It's Wednesday night. We are live, man. AEW Dynamite from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and the fourth labor of Jericho. Jericho versus Wardlow tonight. MJF on the outside. 2-on-1 advantage. What's next? As Jericho is set to go face-to-face with MJF. CM Punk was in the news today, talking about his initial conversations with Tony Khan. And reports are coming out that CM Punk is ring ready. And we're going to go over the entire show tonight and what is looking to be an absolutely stacked AEW Rampage debut show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the only post-show you need in the IWC. This is your AEW Dynamite post-show right here on the number one fucking show in the IWC. This is Off the Script. What is going on, guys? Thank you so very much for joining us right here on Off the Script. This is your AEW Dynamite post show for August 11th, 2021. I am your host, JD from New York, always joined by my very good friend, Jesse, right here on Wednesday nights. What is up, my man? What is going on? How you feeling? And what did you think of Dynamite tonight with the fourth labor of Jericho now in the history books?
Ah, man, what's good? What's going on with you, man?
Nothing, man. Tired. I'm tired. I'm stressed. I'm tired, but same old shit. I wasn't too pleased with Dynamite tonight, man. I thought it was a throwaway show. I think everybody's really anticipating Friday. Might as well get into it. Everybody's anticipating Friday, and it's looking like it's a stacked show. TNT, I'm hearing, is very, very excited about all the preliminary hype for Rampage. What'd you think of tonight's show? It was, last week was the setup show as well. I thought this week was the setup show, but listen, man, we got that United Center show. You're going to be right there, ground zero in attendance for that. And everything is just leading towards Mr. CM Punk showing back up after 8 years being away in the world of professional wrestling.
Yeah, I thought it was a very, very mediocre show at best. I mean, and I call it a mediocre show because that's how I label not great shows in AEW. Because I don't want to call it a bad show and it be compared to another bad show on another company somewhere else. It's not the same thing. So this was just a show that was there. It's a mediocre show. Nothing stunk up the joint except can I call it a run-in, kind of like a walk-in or stroll-in by a big friend from the past. So outside of that, man, okay show. It's all right. I like the beginning. I like the end.
Yeah. The beginning was good. The ending was, pretty predictable. Before we go on, Jesse, I don't know what's going on with your mic, but maybe it's a little bit far away from your facial region. Maybe you could take care of that a little bit. Yes, people in the I get it, people.
Working on it.
There you go. Just take it easy. I'll take over while Jesse handles what he's got to do. Yes, the beginning of the show was very exciting. The six-man tag opened the show. I thought it was a lot of fun. We had a nice star-making moment with Dante Martin. The ending saw the fourth labor of Jericho. MJF is obviously the fifth labor. I had kind of put it out there in the universe that I thought we were going to see a very special Olympic gold medalist tonight in Pittsburgh. I thought that was going to happen tonight as a possible one-off, but that didn't happen. Tony Khan went about it the most simple way possible to get to that fifth labor, and we have MJF versus Jericho. Seemingly, it looks like it's taking place in the next couple of weeks on one of these Dynamite shows. They didn't really even mention anything about it being at the All Out show in Chicago on September 5th. And we're going to get into that, guys. We're going to talk about All Out. There are a couple of matches made for All Out. I do have my feelings on All Out. We'll get Jesse's opinion on that as well. Seems to me that Tony Khan... There you go. You sound a lot better, bro. It seems to me that Tony Khan doesn't know what he wants to do with the rest of the card, and if he does, he's waiting until the very last minute to really get it to our ears and build excitement. Is the CM Punk thing, Jesse, with the way All Out is being handled? Obviously, this is going to trump everything. Should Tony Khan really focus on building the best card possible, even with Punk on it, or do you think he's relying too much on CM Punk being at the United Center and then maybe getting him on that All Out show? Is it a little one-sided as far as the build goes and too much reliance on CM Punk showing up on September 5th?
I think Tony Khan has a lot to juggle right now. Just from what we are aware of with Punk, and everybody seems to be forgetting Daniel Bryan in the meantime, because all of the Punk news everywhere. We get Daniel Bryan. I sent you an email tonight for an indie show happening down the street from my house the day after Rampage in Chicago. And the main event for that show involves Jay White. So my question to anyone who sees that is Jay White coming around Chicago for one indie show in the suburbs and not gonna be at all at Rampage? I don't know, man. That's
when you showed me that, it got my brain working. And we'll get into it. There's a lot to cover tonight. I got news everywhere. I got news on AEW in general. I got news on Rampage. I got news on CM Punk. We're gonna get into it all, but we might as well start at the top before we even get into the review, because I know this is going to be a hot button topic with everybody. Kenny Omega and Christian Cage was announced for the first Rampage show, and also it was announced for the All Out pay-per-view on September 5th. Now, the difference is Christian's getting an AEW World Championship match at All Out, which I don't necessarily agree with, but I'm okay with, because I know CM Punk's going to be on that show in some wrestling capacity. The problem is, Jesse, I don't know what's going to happen here. And again, I've said it once, I'm going to say it again. Trust the process. And Tony Khan, I think he's done a lot where we need to just take a step back and let him do what he's got to do. He's really somebody that hasn't let us down as far as a creative aspect is concerned. He's had a couple of misses here and there, but nothing that I'm going to scream my head off like I usually do on Monday night. But the situation with Christian Cage and Kenny Omega on that first Rampage show on Friday, it's for the Impact World Heavyweight Championship. Now, you and I both know that Kenny Omega cannot lose. He is absolutely untouchable at this point, at this stage of his World Championship run. But why do you book that match on Friday outside of it being a big match and you want a world title match on your show? I get it. Why do you book that match on Friday and then book the same match on All Out for September 5th? What's the thought process there? Because what I'm thinking is there's going to be a fuck finish at Rampage and we're going to get another match with these two at All Out. Or somehow, some way, like you said, Jay White, he may show up and he may get the match with Kenny Omega in Chicago at All Out, and that is going to be the AEW World Championship match because, like you said, I know he's not conducting business with Impact only. I know he's not in Chicago for some fucking indie show. He's there for some big shit, and he's there for the Elite.
Yeah, and I think the email that I got when I saw it, it kind of tipped me off that as to why we're getting Cage versus Omega at Rampage. We're not getting it again in Chicago.
No.
He did not book that match just to give a rematch in the biggest mark town in the country, and you get Jay White hanging around in the city.
Yeah. There's
no way. There's no fucking way. So Jay White and Kenny Omega will fucking blow the roof off of an arena that just, debuted CM Punk recently, bro.
Yeah.
So, to me, I mean, this is not rumored anywhere. This is not being reported anywhere. This is from me, from the email I got to solicit those tickets. When I saw that main event and the date of that show, first thing I said was, like you said, Jay White did not come into Chicago for a fucking indie show at a high school down the street from me. It's a high school.
Let's bring one of the biggest names in New Japan for this indie show and then not use him when there's been nothing but references from the Elite side of things about the Bullet Club and Tama Tonga's talking shit on social media. Something's going down in Chicago, and Jay White is there to conduct business with AEW.
Yeah, they're about to blow up the wrestling world that weekend, man. It's about to go crazy.
Now, I know a lot of people are upset about Adam Page not getting his championship match, but you guys got to understand, okay? Page is going to factor into everything. Like Jesse and I said the last couple of weeks, with the additions of Punk and Bryan being with AEW, this has thrown Tony Khan creatively for a loop. And I think the only way to debut these guys is right at the top. Not put them in championship situations where they inevitably have to win, but hang around the top because that's who you're bringing in. You're bringing in these guys to put at the top of the card to solidify your program as the #1 wrestling show in all of North America, all of the world. That's what you're going to do with those guys. But Page is still going to be involved. It's not happening at All Out. It's happening at Full Gear, and this is where we're going with it now. Page is also about, with his wife, to give birth to their first child, so I mean, that is also something to take into consideration. But as far as Adam Page is concerned, Jesse, I know I mentioned this in one of the previous weeks. Punk is going to be the spotlight, the center of attention there. You don't want to have that title change or that match happen on a show where CM Punk is going to be the center of attention for fucking months to come, especially with his debut match being at that show. So I think it's a good thing now that we're looking back at it that Page might not be getting the championship match, and you save it for when it really is his time and he can have that spotlight to himself.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, guys, you guys need to just relax, chill out. Don't worry about Hangman. Hangman is as protected as they come in AEW. His spot on top is solidified. It's going to happen. Nothing is going to change that. He worked his ass off. He deserves to be up top. He knows it, and everybody in the company knows it. But I don't even think Hangman wants to try to put himself in front of the locomotive coming through AEW right now. Take a step back, wait his turn, wait his time again. He's done it before. He can do it again. He's a very young guy. And he is going to benefit the most from additions like Punk and Bryan because they're coming in to put new superstars over like Hangman Page.
Yeah, this is I mean, you said it perfectly. Every time you mention the two companies, I mean, one's a family, one's a business. Bryan and Punk know that they're coming in to help. They're not looking to steal the spotlight. They're coming in to help. And Page knows that. That whole roster knows that. That entire locker room is probably jumping for joy that Bryan and Punk are joining that locker room. With those two guys there, they're going to get more star power. They're going to benefit from their star power. They're going to make more money with those guys being on the road with them. And, You know, everything else about them coming in is just going to benefit this company in the green, and everybody knows that. So I don't think anybody should be concerned, like you said, about Adam Page. So I think the fans really need to take a step back and, again, trust the process of Tony Khan. It's going to be all right.
Yeah. If Hangman was over in WWE and this was happening, we saw his push, and now we see it get deflated and pushed to the side, yes, I would be worried. So for those of you saying, oh, if this was in WWE, you'd be screaming that he's buried. Yeah, because the history has shown us that this is what leads to someone getting buried in WWE.
Yep.
But like JD just said, AEW is a family. Hangman is family to Kenny, to the Bucks, you know, to Cody, to Khan, I'm sure. I mean, so they're not dismissing him. He will get his spot, and it will be on top, and it will be soon, and it will be the right moment.
Well, with CM Punk, I mean, we could sit here and talk a whole 2 hours on CM Punk. He was actually, and the fact, Jesse, that he's making podcast rounds now and he's being interviewed. I mean, I don't know what else is a fucking dead giveaway than Punk going on some geeks podcast and talking pro wrestling and willingly answering questions about Darby Allin and AEW Rampage and being in Chicago. Where are you going to be in Chicago? You know, so...
No. He was just promoting that show Heels. That meant nothing, bro.
Is that what he was doing?
Yeah, he was promoting Heels, yeah.
Okay. Well, during this interview or whatever, this podcast, he was asked a few questions about AEW, of course, because you have to. And Punk has been in the headlines over the last couple of weeks, as you guys know. He has signed a deal. This was reported by Ringside News. And they have sources within the company saying that it is signed, sealed, and delivered. I think everybody knows that by now. So Punk was asked about whether he will be at the United Center for AEW Rampage on August 20th. He noted that he'll be in Chicago, but it will be for a screening of an episode of Heels. Now, he says this, and I quote, "When was that? Let me look at my calendar. What did you say it was? The 20th? Oh, I think I might actually be doing a screening. This isn't confirmed yet, so I probably shouldn't be blasting this out everywhere, but we're talking about doing a screening of the episode 3 of Heels at an AMC in Chicago. That's one of the dates that's been proposed. I hope I see everyone there." Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Everybody's going to be in fucking AMC Theater for Heels on August 20th when the United Center sold out in 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God, man! You know he's a sly guy, but I didn't watch this podcast or this interview, but he had to be smiling when he said this. I don't know.
No, he actually kept a straight face.
Jesus Christ, man!
What a dick!
Guy's a fucking comedian if I ever seen one. But listen, I mean, a lot of people were tweeting me this. It's just CM Punk being CM Punk. I think we all know that he's going to be there. So.
What do these people expect him to say? You know, a lot of people complain that, you know, the surprise in wrestling is gone. They're trying to do their best to give us a surprise, and we do our best to try to ruin it.
I know. And then on the July 28th episode of Dynamite, Darby Allin said in a backstage segment with Sting when he was being
frozen.
Am I frozen?
Yeah. At that new camera of yours?
No. It's This is just my computer, guys. Hold on one second. This is definitely my computer. Now that I know this is happening with my regular camera, we got
computer or one of your apps need to be updated.
Yep. Hold on one second, guys. I can't get this to work here. Hold on one second. There you go. Sorry, guys. Now I'm all white. See what happened? I'm having computer problems. I'm getting a monster PC built in the next couple of days, so don't worry about that. It is going to be back to normal as usual. I apologize about it. Listen, we're live. Anything can happen. It is what it is. But like I was saying, Jesse, on July 28th, Darby...
John Cena's hosting our podcast tonight.
Yeah, you can't see me.
Look at that.
There you go. Anyway, Darby Allin was on the July 28th episode talking about the best in the world. So CM Punk actually made reference to this, and he was asked this question as well in this particular interview. He says, listen, best in the world, that could be anybody. That's Bryan, right? So he mentioned Daniel, like, Why would you mention Daniel Bryan? Why would you mention Bryan Danielson here? That's
he hasn't signed either.
I know. So why would you mention him? I don't understand that. That's my assumption. I hear best in the world. I think Bryan. I think Darby Allin is great. I think everyone in the wrestling world needs to never do a dive ever again because you can't do it better than Darby. So that was his answer to that question. I mean, again, what would you want him to say?
He insinuated it was someone else who was only
the other major free agent that they just conveniently signed, right? Oh my goodness, man. So that was not the only Punk news. That is not the only Punk news I have here. My entire computer is fucking frozen solid, man. This is ridiculous. I can't even get to my fucking news. There you go.
Yeah, camera's working now.
Well, I don't know, man. It's one of those days where YouTube doesn't want, my computer doesn't want me to be live on YouTube. As far as Punk goes, there was a report going around that CM Punk is preparing for an in-ring return, and Fightful Select reported behind the scenes that Punk's preparation to wrestle has been happening for a little bit now. He has been training in private, and one person stated Punk looked completely healthy, especially as compared to his final months in WWE. It's almost as if, Jesse, he had not missed a step training in private to make an in-ring return. So, I mean, even with that report, everybody's just getting even more hyped because a lot of people are talking about, oh, he's been away for 7-8 years, ring rust, how's he going to look? Is he going to be in shape? Is he going to be able to move? He's a little bit older. And the reports say that he hasn't missed a step, or it looks like he hasn't missed a step at all.
I mean, you don't forget how to wrestle. So that's first and foremost. I mean, you know how to wrestle. The only question would be, at his age, how is he in physically, as far as his physical well-being? But the guy has been training MMA and has not stopped training MMA. So to answer that, clearly he's in shape. He's in physical shape. So if you're in physical shape and he knows how to wrestle and he didn't forget how to do that, I don't expect Punk to look bad at all.
No, I don't. I never expected him to look bad at all. I always thought he was going to go into this thing looking just as good or near where he had left off. I mean, I would never doubt him at all. I mean, he's got pro wrestling in his blood. No matter how many times he's stated that he hates the business because of what happened in WWE, I don't ever think, or I've never thought that he would, completely just let go of every facet of professional wrestling.
Yeah, no, he'll be fine, dude. I mean, the guy has so much goodwill within the community. I mean, all he has to do is not stink up the place. He doesn't have to go out there and be a 5-star performer. Just don't look terrible, and he won't do that. I expect him to be above average, so he'll be fine. It'll be. I mean, maybe some ring rust when he get back into live action, but he'll be fine. Yeah,
no, I totally agree. Well, guys, that is the top news coming out of AEW. Punk was in the news today, so I figured we'd go over that first, and then the Omega and Christian Cage match that is being booked for Friday, and then again at All Out. That was a big topic of discussion on social media. I know a lot of people were a little confused at what was going on. We're getting not one but 2 Christian Cage Omega matches, so figured we start the show off with that. You got to bear with us, guys. I feel like something is going to prevent me from finishing this show and being angry. My computer is not really agreeing with me at this time, so please be patient. I am getting everything under control. If my camera freezes, don't worry about it. We'll just continue the show and complete it as best as we can. Got a new PC coming this week. Hopefully, things will be back to normal. So bear with us.
People in the chat saying you've been downloading Joshi porn, man. What the hell?
No, I see Jesse with a wrench saying that in the chat. Yeah,
God damn it.
No, yeah. Some people saying it's Lily. Give me a guys, this computer's 5 years old. I haven't updated it since I got it, so it's just time to go. It's time for it to go. But I appreciate
vanilla midget porn.
Yeah. Vanilla midget porn, guys. You can't be over 30, and you got to be at least 260 pounds. You can't be under 6 foot. Give me a break. Can you believe that? I can't. That every time I talk about that, it pisses me off.
It's so fucking stupid, dude.
I can't. I
so
can't.
stupid.
Ticket Drew was concerned. He's like, about the spaces we did yesterday about NXT right before the NXT show. We had 300 or something people in the Twitter spaces. He's like, following up in a text, you all right? You all right? You know, you seemed a little off last night. I'm like, bro, this shit angers me. The fact that NXT's dead is angering to me, bro. You don't know what it's doing to me.
I'm not happy that it's happening, but I'm also not surprised. It really, the messed up part is, it really feels like par for the course for the shit that Vince McMahon would do.
I know. Well, listen.
It's messed up. It sucks, though. I didn't watch NXT a single bit this week, and I'm not gonna watch it. I mean, why? I mean, what happens? I watch it and I see somebody that I like, and I want them pushed. Why wait for them to get fucking buried or fired? Just don't fucking watch.
Listen, man, I watched last night. It felt empty. It felt emptier than normal.
Yeah, I don't. Gee, who knows why?
Well, we all know why, but anyway, we're not talking about NXT, guys. I did so many videos on all that stuff. You guys can go check that out. They're on the homepage right now, so go check out all the videos that you might have missed. Follow me on social media at jDfromNY206. That's Twitter and Instagram. If you guys want to go follow Jesse as well, we have Jesse's on the screen right now. Listen, guys, I got breaking news. Lee Johnson, my boy Big Shotty Lee Johnson, is now following Jesse on Twitter. Jesse has an ass kicking coming to him in Chicago from not only Big Shotty, but now Thunder Rosa as well.
I think Lee Johnson watches the show enough and probably find out that you guys are all fucking liars.
Listen, man.
Who turned heel on a very nice guy on a podcast.
Listen, man. He knows I'm not lying. Oh, I have all of this documented, bro, about all this heinous shit that you said to him or said about him.
I loved him. Hey, I even love his girlfriend.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all you had to do is see him following me on social media. Now you want to butter him up, right? Butter him up like a fucking yummy Titus roll, right?
Julia Hart has a future. I can't even say that.
Hey, man, she won a match on Dark, bro.
Yeah. Hey, Lee Johnson is the future.
Oh, now he's
he's got a girlfriend. I can say that. He's got a girlfriend, and she has been in a wrestling ring.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's the future today, but for months he was catering's VIP, serving green beans in AEW catering next to Colt Cabana.
Hey, man. The messed up part is there's video evidence of all of this stuff.
See? Yes, I know. Against you. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
please don't look up my Julia Hart stuff. Please.
Yeah, I know. Well, listen, that was an entertaining aspect to the week. So if you guys want to go follow Jesse on social media and berate him, please go do so. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for notifications. If you guys want to support the podcast, there are several ways to do that. Number one, Patreon. Patreon.com/jDfromNY206. If you guys want your t-shirts, today we're sponsored by Homage. My boys over at homage.com. That's HOMAGE. Look at the new shirt that I got. If the green screen doesn't fuck it up, let me see. Let me turn on my OBS. We got a Mick Foley Mankind t-shirt. Look at that. I got that from Homage. They got a bunch of vintage t-shirts. Let me see. This one's probably going to get eaten alive by the green screen. I got another one here. Ravishing Rick Rude. Oh, look at that. Ravishing Rick Rude, man. I got these shirts at Homage. You guys can get these shirts by using the link down below. You can save 20% off using code SCRIPT. All you got to do. Vintage and retro t-shirts, man. That's just some of their large wrestling collection. That's HOMAGE.com. If you guys want my t-shirts, you can definitely go to bonfire.com and get your summer scam t-shirt, looking more like a scam every single week we watch WWE television. So that's bonfire.com. And again, make sure you guys go check out all the videos that you might have missed on the channel. I've been one busy bee right here on the podcast. Jesse, Dynamite opened up with a tremendous 6-man tag that saw, in my honest opinion, and this is great for Top Flight because one of the brothers, Darius Martin, is out injured. Dante Martin had a star-making performance at the age of 20 years old tonight against the AEW World Heavyweight Champion and the AEW Tag Team Champions, Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks. What a fucking performance, man. That took a kind of lukewarm crowd and made them stand on their feet by the end of this match.
He did. They did. I mean, the guy lit the place up. I mean, so much. When I went into I saw a few different comments in the chat and on Twitter. Guys, relax. They're ready to put this guy in the main event with Kenny at All Out. I mean, it's relax. You know, he is where he is. He's gonna stay where he is. They're just showing us how great these guys are, man. I mean, him and his brother too. He'll be back, and they got high hopes and high beliefs in Top Flight, man. These guys are young. I think the Bucks see a young version of themselves.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and it's a great thing to see. And I know, listen, man, you and I are incredibly high on the Acclaimed, and I know you saw the news about Max Caster and what's happening with him, and the Acclaimed is now off of television. They actually got removed from the top AEW tag team rankings as well, which is complete bullshit. So the future of their tag team division, when the Bucks can no longer do this, is going to be in excellent hands if these two teams have anything to say about it. But the Max Caster situation, bro, I don't know if you saw the follow-up. Ringside News reported it, which I tend to believe Ringside News. I know a lot of people shit on Ringside News, but they got a lot of credible inside sources, and especially with the WWE side of things, they know some high-level people there, so most of their shit's been right. I don't think they've really gotten an exclusive wrong as far as I've been reading their stuff, but they reported, Jesse, that Max Caster is going to be suspended for 2 months regarding his comments in that rap on Dark last week, and he's going to be docked pay for 60 days. Now, don't you think this is a little fucking ridiculous for something that I think a lot of people on social media took and just blew completely out of proportion?
Yep, I think it's 100% complete and total bullshit.
60 fucking days without pay, bro. And the entire team. Now, Anthony Bowens has to fucking suffer because of idiots online that don't know any better.
I mean, look, man, I don't know. I don't want to get into it, but I will say this. I think it's complete bullshit. I think it's an overreaction, but that's what we're supposed to think. We're pro talent, you know. Tony Khan is running a company and a business. I'm sorry, he's running a family. And look, it is what it is. He got to take his lumps the same way Sammy did when he hit, you know, the cancel culture the wrong way. And now this is the fallout.
I mean, I believe he, like you mentioned, he is going to sensitivity training as well. I forgot to mention that. If you want to send him to sensitivity training, that's fine. But docking him pay for 60 days and then suspending him, and then he removed all AEW mention from his entire Twitter profile. So people are now speculating that he was fired, which is not the case at all. But I think he's just playing, you know, petty on social media, and he's very upset with what Tony Khan did because he thinks it's unfair as well. But if you want to send him to sensitivity training, that's fine. But again, Jesse and I are not advocating for rape jokes. We're not advocating for abuse against women or anything like that. We said this last week. It's about a heel being a heel, and a lot of people don't realize that what you're watching, you're supposed to hate him. You're supposed to hate what he says. You're supposed to hate what he does. And I mentioned this comment again. I don't really know what else to say about this. I just think it's fucking ridiculous. You guys listen to rap music. You listen to a lot worse as far as lyrical rap music compared to what Max Caster said. And I mentioned this last week as well. The SummerSlam theme song is about fucking Cardi B jumping up and down on dick up for SummerSlam. Nobody wants to complain about that, though, or read the lyrics to that fucking song. Go read the lyrics to that fucking song and tell me how much worse that is than what fucking Max Caster did.
The only way I would, I guess maybe kind of understand it and be behind it is if it happened on live television and Tony Khan had to answer to TNT executives about it.
Yeah.
It happened on YouTube. So it's a 100% call by Tony Khan to do all of this stuff. There was no network pressure. There was no sponsor pressure. It's just what Tony decided to do. And I guess that is what it is. I mean, maybe there was a policy about something like this that the talent was aware of. And maybe he understands why it gets to this level. Maybe he doesn't. But we know why it happened. I just don't agree with it. No. I don't agree with it. I mean, Anthony Bowens, I thought they would have, to be honest, I thought they would have gotten more trouble about what they said about Julia Hart in the 2 weeks, both of them, Bowens and Caster.
Yeah.
But that wasn't it. It was the Simone Biles and it was the Duke joke, and that was the Duke stuff was, what? How long ago was that? 5-6 years ago?
Yeah, and I think they were all cleared of the charges as well.
Look, man, I get it. I just don't agree with it. I understand it. I think it could have been just as well just addressed, maybe apologize for it and move on. I think this is a little excessive, but it's not my company.
Yeah, listen, and that's exactly it. It's not our company. It's not mine, yours, anybody's. It's Tony Khan's. He's going to do what he wants. It does look like that. It does look like Tony Khan threw Max Caster underneath the bus. That's what it looks like. When Tony Khan should have had somebody proofreading this shit or going over, what he was going to say. And then everything came down on him because he's the boss and he had to take it out on somebody. And Max Caster, the youngster, was the one that he, took it out on. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean Tony Khan's not high on the Acclaimed. He's still very high on them. He's just, listen, you got to go through your ups and downs. This is one of those down periods. Sammy went through it. He came back stronger than ever. He's over as fuck right now. Same thing's going to happen to Caster. There's a lot more people, Jesse, that are for him than are against him. And when he comes back, I think all of that love is going to be showered upon him and people are going to enjoy the act just like they did.
They would have. When Bowens did a joke like this about Hart, we mentioned it on the show where he came out on Dark and said that they were tired of playing second fiddle to a tag team whose best member of the tag team was a cheerleader who liked getting tag teamed. I thought that was just fucking hilarious, but they got away with that, so if they heard that and then saw that they got away with it and then a week or two later decided to maybe push it a little bit more, then they get the heat. How come nobody said anything when Bowen said that about Julia Hart previously and maybe pulled them back? Hey, that was all right, but please, a little bit back. No, nobody said anything. They were right back out there doing the same thing, and they stepped it up a level, and now this happened. I don't know. Not my company, but I don't know.
Listen, he'll be back in 2 months or whatever the case may be. Nobody reported that he was actually suspended. Ringside News was reporting that he was suspended. Sean Ross Sapp and Fightful said that he will be off TV for the foreseeable future, which I guess that's kind of him, confirming their report, but not confirming their report at the same time, because I don't really think he likes what those guys do over there. But regardless, he's going to be off TV, and you can thank cancel culture for taking Max Caster and the Acclaimed off of television. So that's that. But I wanted to talk about that because we're talking about two top tag teams, young tag teams in AEW. Dante Martin, Darius Martin, Top Flight. They were all over this match was Dante Martin. So he got the hot tag. I don't really care about the Sydals. They were here, but Dante Martin took over this entire thing. Omega was taking over against Matt Sydal, and he stomped Sydal's crotch, and then the Bucks and Omega delivered a triple team on Sydal. Dante landed on his feet when Omega suplexed him over his head. I don't know if he was going for the Dragon Suplex, but he flipped and landed on his feet. He then hit an enziguri. He played to the crowd, and he was working both Bucks at the same time. He then dove through the ropes at Omega at ringside. He then springboarded off the top rope with a Hurricanrana onto Omega at ringside. He went back into the ring, landed a springboard Acai moonsault on Matt Jackson for a near fall. Fans were going crazy. Commentators were putting this kid over like he was going to pin one of the elite in this match. Omega eventually took over against Dante, grounded him for a little bit. He delivered a V-trigger, set up the one-winged angel, but Dante slipped free of the one-winged angel. Jesse, they booked him in a fucking match where he evaded and countered the one-winged angel. If there's one thing that you're going to look at in this guy's star-making night, it's the fact that he evaded the one-winged angel. Now, he got hit with it, but he evaded it.
He's good. They put him in a high-profile spot, and I don't think I saw one misstep. He legit stepped up, man. Yeah. And he performed.
Yep. So. He got out of the one-winged angel. He slipped free, landed a Pele kick. Omega fired back with a V-trigger. Dante countered into a roll-up for a 2 count. Omega then hit another V-trigger, and he eventually hit the one-winged angel, which at that point, once it's connected, it is all over. The Bucks super kicked the Sydals out of the ring. Then the Bucks and Omega landed a BTE V-trigger to finish him, and that was it. Excellent match. Omega and the Bucks win in about 13 minutes. Fun, chaotic, star-making moment for Dante Martin. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So at the end, Jesse, Callis is in the ring with the microphone. Tony Schiavone was there. He was of no use because they took the microphone away from him. And Christian came out in the middle of Don Callis cutting a promo. So Callis is in the ring, and he sees Christian on the top of the stage, and he calls Christian, Jesse. He calls him Christian Cage, the Stamford Stooge, which got a little LOL out of me. He said there's tens of them and only one of him. Are you really this dumb? And then Jurassic Express and Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus came out. Jungle Boy's theme music played. Everybody was singing along. Callis told Christian that this isn't going to get his AEW title shot on September 5th, or he is going to get the AEW title shot on September 5th at All Out, and he and Kenny are very happy. So we got a loud CM Punk chant for whatever reason, and Callis told Christian not to be nervous because he's a hell of a ring general, and he complimented his finishing move. So, in fact, Kenny can't wait to kick out of it, he says. So Callis then said, Kenny's going to make sure you finally get to have that 5-star match you've always wanted. Christian then said, are you finished, you carny piece of shit? So that popped the crowd, and then he apologized for insulting Don Callis. And he said, what I should have said, since we're in Pittsburgh, is, are you finished, you carny jag-off? So the fans were chanting, jag-off, jag-off. Christian said he talked to Tony Khan, and it's locked in. He will face him for the most important championship in the sport, the AEW World title. Bazinga there to WWE. Fuck their titles. Except Roman's. Roman's is doing a great job with his. He said in case he's counting wrong, Kenny has more than one title. He said Impact executive Scott D'Amore was also at that meeting with Tony, and Kenny will be defending his Impact title against him on Friday in Pittsburgh in the very first match ever to open Rampage. Then, as Christian left, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus said to the Bucks that they have a championship match gifted to them by Tony Khan as well, and they will wrestle for the tag team titles next week on Dynamite. So we got tag team matches, we got championship matches galore for the next couple of weeks here. Jesse, I thought the Jurassic Express were going to get the tag team title match at the pay-per-view, but we're getting it next week. Now, I don't know how you think of that decision. I don't like that decision at all. I know they want to build these shows up leading to the pay-per-view, but who the fuck are the Bucks wrestling at the pay-per-view?
I don't know, man. Again, it just seems like so many things are changing because they were teasing and hinting a Christian Cage heel turn on Jurassic Express, and that seems to be fading away. They've done nothing of the sort in quite a few weeks. As far as leaning towards a heel turn for Christian Cage, there's so many moving parts. They're making slight movements that we're noticing over weeks because like the Christian heel turn and then like the main event here and who are the Bucks face and what's going on. We're a couple of weeks out and none of this stuff is clear yet, and it's not like them. That's not like AEW at all. So I'm still chalking everything up to everything being changed, all of their long-term plans being changed because of these 2 blockbuster names they're bringing in right now. Yep. And don't forget, they just brought in Malachi Black as well. And they're probably setting the stage and getting ready for a certain rotunda.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot going on. There's a lot of moving pieces. I know Bronson Reed even hinted that he wants Miro tonight on social media. Can you imagine that?
Man, the Bronson Reed,
or Jonah Rock now. Never mind Bronson Reed. We're not going to call him by his WWE given name that Vince fucking sullied now.
That's right. We had him go into another promotion somewhere else, but the AEW mid-card division would only benefit from this guy. Don't forget, we saw a lot of him. We're ready to put him into, big programs. This guy is green as grass. This guy, he was already being yanked from NXT way too soon. And as green as he is, he's great. I think that's what makes him so great, because I know how green he is. I know how great he already is, meaning he's only going to get better.
Yep.
And he would make anybody's mid-card division right now rock solid. Give him 4 years, 5 years, he'll be in the main event picture somewhere.
Listen, man, you know why I enjoyed Bronson Reed? It's the simple fact that he reminded me of Bam Bam Bigelow. He reminded me a lot of Bam Bam Bigelow. I think there was one takeover where he came out and he actually had Bam Bam Bigelow inspired ring gear. So I'm not surprised that he would take influence from Bam Bam Bigelow. And you know, I love the little things that matter. Like, I love when someone's finisher is devastating, bro. This guy's finisher was so fucking devastating that it left you speechless. It's like, that guy's not fucking kicking out. He's like flat as a fucking pancake every time he jumped off the top rope. Man, that's a 360-pound man jumping off the top rope with ease like that, delivering the best big splash in the business, man. He had a lot of things working for him, and it's so fucking stupid to not find a way to make money off that guy when you know, everybody said that there were plans in place for him on the main roster. Clearly there wasn't. If they let him go. Why did they let him go? Now we know. He was over the 30 threshold, the age of 30 threshold, and Bruce looked at him, Vince looked at him, and fucking Nick Khan, the biggest heel in the industry right now, Nick Khan looked at him. Oh, he's another fat guy. We don't need another fat guy like that. We got Keith Lee. We're not even using him. So he was let go for not budget cut reasons. He was let go because of, you know, physique reasons. It's one of the reasons why they never hired Samoa Joe in the first place. They thought Joe was fat. They thought he was a fat Samoan.
No, he's so good, dude. Jonah, it's, you know, we were talking about this. I'm not sure. I don't even remember if it was on the show or via text. We were not that long ago, a few weeks back, maybe a month or so ago, just saying how WWE, where they were so bad at booking baby faces on the main roster, that Bronson Reed in NXT was one of the top baby faces in the whole company as far as how much over he was and everything else, and just how poorly they were booking the other baby faces. So we got a baby face who's not, you know, he's not an idiot. You know, he's not scared. He's a badass. People love him. People cheer him. But he was in NXT. And then when I heard he was getting called up, I'm like, there we go. They see it too. You know, they're going to make him a top babyface in the main roster. And then here he is. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Now, you know, I don't want AEW to go out and get every fucking free agent that WWE just, you know, puts out there. But, I mean, like you said, AEW could definitely benefit from somebody like him. I know they have to have some contracts coming up where they're not going to re-sign all of those lower-end guys to make room for some of these bigger names coming in. I don't know what Tony Khan's payroll is looking like. I don't want them to go out there and get everybody, because that's only going to have a negative stigma come upon them from the social media geeks, which is the last thing Tony Khan should really be concerned about. But, you know, I even said he could go and thrive in Impact. I'd love to see him go over there, maybe win a couple world titles over there, and then maybe jump to AEW. He's only 32 years old. He's only 32 years old. And
there's a forbidden door.
Yes, and there's a forbidden door, yes.
You know, so yeah, I mean, as we look around and see how Tony Khan operates, we don't see them just randomly firing people just for no reason.
No.
I mean, if he hired you, he sees something, he's going to use you for that reason. I mean, like you just said, now, can he hire everybody and pay everybody in the world? No, but contracts expire. And when they expire, you reevaluate them. And if it's not in the decision to keep you, then they'll, you know, mutually depart. But it's not a termination you didn't see coming. You know, I mean, there's a way to do business.
Yeah. It's going to be very interesting to see. And one of those guys that Tony Khan immediately jumped on was Malachi Black. He made a star-studded appearance on Dynamite last week when he knocked out Cody Rhodes. And he had a promo vignette here on Dynamite. Said he disposed of Cody Rhodes quickly and with violence, which is great. He said, in society today, men who speak the truth are labeled as the fool. Man, I live that fucking every day. Him and I got something in common. He said, there's no room for second guessing or fools or doubt in the House of Black. He held up Cody's boot and said, he has one foot in the grave. He said he'll be happy to put the other foot in the grave when he wants him to put the other one in the grave. He said he will make any opponent feel so desolate and alone that they only want to talk to the shadows. He said his victims will be speaking in such a low volume once they realize they've been arguing with God. It was a damn good fucking promo. I don't know how Vince McMahon didn't see any money in this guy. Fuck him and his loss. Black Cody, I'd love to see it again. Maybe it happens at All Out. We don't know what's going on with Cody and All Out. I know he's doing Go Big Show. I don't know how long that's going to take for him, but Jesse's got a new reality series coming out. I know you're going to be the first fucking person to watch it, man. You can't wait to see Roads to the Top.
Dude,
with Brandy and Cody, bro. It's going to be great.
Cody is working on being a certified heel in my book, dude. What the fuck?
Listen, man, he's battling with The Miz, bro. He wants to be that next reality TV superstar.
Fuck, man. Nobody likes Miz and Mrs. Total Bellas or Total Laurinitises or whatever the fuck it is.
People power!
And now here we go with there's too much Cody. There's too much fucking Cody, man.
Sorry, kid. It's not you. It's me.
There's too much Cody. Jeez, man.
We wish you well in your future endeavors.
Overexposure is real.
We wish you well in your future endeavors.
Man, dude, what the fuck?
Anyway, man, Malachi Black is fucking awesome. It took Tony Khan, bro, 5 minutes to make this guy into a main event guy, bro. What did Vince McMahon do with him for 3 years? Sniffing ammonia, playing with Mr. Clean, fucking organizing the broom closet with all the cleaning chemicals for the janitor for the next morning. What the fuck is going on here, man?
As far as Vince knows, he just got Malachi, within about a year. They didn't even update his NXT deal.
Well, there you go.
Shame on
them. Goes to show you what they thought of him and Adam Cole and Pete Dunne. Fuck out of here, man. How you going to let Adam Cole have a fucking contract expire and we don't know? One of the best wrestlers in the world. Oh, your contract was not up in December? It was up in July? Oh, man. Oh, bro. Yeah, don't worry about it.
Let's see if Roman or Becky's contract accidentally expires.
You fucking kidding me? People power. They'll be on the fucking phone 9 months before that contract's up. You kidding me?
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Anyway, Malachi Black, awesome promo. Can't wait to see what he does at the pay-per-view, if he will be there. Jesse, did you see this Buddy Murphy vignette shot in the same way that Black's was shot before he made his debut on Dynamite in Miami? Buddy Murphy may be joining the House of Black.
Yeah, nobody makes promo packages like this and then goes and join indie promotion with no television deal.
No, he's going right to Impact, bro. He's going to join Eric Young.
Impact. Yeah, no, it looks like they got the same fucking crew that did Moxley and fucking Malachi.
And Josiah Williams played the fucking doctor in Buddy Murphy's and Black's fucking vignette. So they went to the same ward. Where's he going? Where's he going?
So much for the innuendos. I mean, so Buddy Murphy, just like Jonah, will be a fantastic addition to the mid-card division on Dynamite, especially with this new show coming up. Rampage is getting a lot of steam. A lot of fucking steam. I'm hearing from the networks and everything else. But the debut episode they stacked, and then the next one coming in Chicago with Punk, they're looking to get Rampage off the ground big time. I mean, it looks like they're trying to cut into SmackDown numbers somewhere, like maybe cut into the main event.
Bro, with Punk and Bryan coming in, man, I definitely think they'll be neck and neck with Raw. They may overtake SmackDown given time. It's not out of the realm of possibility, I'll tell you that.
Well, the telling thing is going to be the overrun, if there is an overrun for SmackDown, and what that main event segment does versus everybody tuning in to see CM Punk possibly debut at the United Center.
There will be no overrun for SmackDown because they're on locally syndicated Fox 5 here in New York City, so they have to go right to the 10 o'clock news, and they have been going off the air at 9:57 Eastern Standard Time here. They don't even go for the full 10 o'clock.
Oh, that means all of their viewers got to tune out and go watch Punk.
Yep.
It's seriously going to cut into the SmackDown main event ratings, bro. I cannot wait to see what those numbers look like.
Well, listen, give me Buddy Murphy versus a Sammy Guevara, Buddy Murphy versus a Darby Allin, Buddy Murphy versus Kenny Omega. I mean, if you don't think that Buddy Murphy is a valuable asset to AEW, I don't know what the fuck you're smoking, really.
How about the Lucha Brothers?
Yeah.
A turn on Pac, go join El Idolo, and Pac brings in Buddy Murphy.
Oh, I could see that. Well, why not? Why not? Buddy Murphy join the House of Black, and we get a tag team action going on against the Lucha Brothers.
Man, the possibilities are endless, man.
Well, you bring in Buddy Murphy, you bring in Aleister Black, and you bring in Bray Wyatt. You put them all together, and you have them feud with Andrade and the Lucha Brothers.
Bro, Come on. I mean,
I'm just shooting shit off the top of my head, man. None of it makes sense, but whatever.
Again, no, I mean, these are all not only possibilities.
Money names, bro.
We'll get to them sooner or later.
Yeah. Money names over here. Oh, but why is Tony Khan spending all this money like he gives a fuck about what you think about what he spends on his company? Kidding me?
The same way that you guys shouldn't care that WWE is getting richer. Why do you care what Tony Khan is spending? Are you enjoying the television show?
Yeah. These are the same people that worry about the stock. Well, this WWE stock is up. That's the only thing that I'm concerned about. You know you're not. Why are you talking about their stock numbers?
I don't turn on wrestling and try to see what the stocks look like.
Nobody should give a fuck about the stocks. Nobody should give a shit about what Tony Khan's spending his money on. He's spending his money to make his show better than what's happening over there. And NXT is dead. This is the new NXT, bro.
Here's what I don't get about that argument. Is the argument that because they're making so much money, my opinion that the show is terrible is not true? Are you saying that the show is great because they're making money? Because you can admit that the show is terrible. Even the people who say that they're making so much money, great, they're making money. Does that mean the show is good? Because it's not, and you know it's not. So what does the money have to do with anything?
I don't know. I've never seen so many people on social media concerned about WWE stock prices. Meanwhile, Monday Night Raw is the worst show in the industry.
The worst.
The worst ever. The worst ever. They had the lowest ratings since they've joined or gotten fans back. The lowest ratings since they've went back live.
The show is terrible. The ratings are terrible. Just like the NFL. The NFL's making money.
Yeah.
NFL's making money, but I mean, the league is not as exciting as it used to be. The ratings are dipping. I mean, that doesn't mean the product is good. It just means that they're making money.
Yeah. And listen, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Tony Khan's going to be bringing the names that he knows that are going to make a difference for the company. That's all that matters. It's better for you. It's better for me. It's exciting. We're living in a moment right now, folks, where it's history. History's being made. Enjoy it. Stop complaining.
You know, we got close to... we got Serena. So we got Serena Deeb, Doc Gallows, and now Punk pretty much in the same company.
Yeah. Yeah, I love me some Serena Deeb, man. I miss Serena Deeb. The professor. Serena Deeb.
You see her cutting promos and shit in a wheelchair, man?
Listen, man, she can do whatever she wants.
She can do whatever she wants.
Put her on my TV. Miro, another guy I want on my TV. We'll be seeing his hot, flexible wife very soon. He said, as a hot and humble man, he lives to serve his vengeful God and please his perfect wife over and over again. Said the locker room is scared. Yes, she is. He said the locker room is scared of him after seeing what he's done to Lee Johnson. I'm sure Jesse was laughing all the way to his pillow that night when Lee Johnson got destroyed. Don't worry, Big Shotty. I'll take care of this geek in Chicago. I'll set him up nice for you. Don't worry. Don't worry. Then you can give him a nice tornado DDT right on the fucking concrete at FanFest. You know, they announced FanFest, by the way. I'm not sure if I'm getting tickets yet.
Did they?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. If they did, then we got to get tickets. We got to go.
Yeah, well, see what happens. I'll talk to. We'll talk about that in the days to come. But they did announce that tonight. But Miro says that his next opponent has been bribed with the promise of an AEW contract if he beats him, El Fuego del Sol. And Excalibur said that this is happening on Friday night, Jesse. So we got Fuego meeting his demise on the debut episode of Rampage. He is not getting a contract from AEW because Miro is not losing.
Again, Fuego all the way.
Are you fucking kidding me? Then it's going to happen by a count out or a DQ then.
Fuego's over, man.
Fuego ain't fucking getting anywhere near the Destroyer, the Redeemer, Miro.
Nah, he ain't winning that title, but Fuego's getting signed. Fuego is over as hell, man.
I'm sure he'll be over as hell in Pittsburgh as well. So we will see what happens there. I'm actually looking forward to that. I don't know what Miro does at the pay-per-view. He has no solid opponent. I mentioned Dustin Rhodes possibly. At this point, I don't even know who he wrestles at the pay-per-view. They have literally no opponents, no contenders lined up for him. He's been booked so fucking great. I mean, who the hell could you put in front of this guy?
Well, they got opponents they could stick in front of him, but at this point, it would not be enough build to make anybody believe that Miro's going to lose the title right now. Oh. You know, they're not gonna book his opponent next week and then do a title change. You know, it's no.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. This is going to be the first time I act because I don't watch Dark. So this is going to be the first time I'm going to see Fuego del Sol in action against Miro next week, or actually Friday on Dynamite.
To be honest, I don't even know why he's as over as he is. I mean, probably because of the Sammy's vlog, but
possibly.
The guy is over. I mean, the second I saw him come out, like, holy smokes, this guy's over. Don't know why, but it's working for him. Keep it up. Speaking
of over, Darby Allin, he's over. He was here with Sting against Daniel Garcia. He came out with Ever Rise 2.0. So I heard a lot of things about Daniel Garcia and how I should pay attention to how good he is. I'm not seeing it yet. I mean, he's good, but I don't see why I should really jump on the Daniel Garcia bandwagon. Jesse, did you see anything that I haven't seen yet in Daniel Garcia? Did you see anything that impressed you tonight?
No. Here's what I'll give 2.0. They are charismatic.
Yes, they are.
They are charismatic. They are funny. You know, I mean, it's lame at times here and there, but they're fine. They're funny. I do like when they come on TV. I'm not cringing. It's kind of entertaining to see what they have to say. But in the ring, they're just there. Yeah. You know, it's nothing special about them in the ring to me. They're not like Top Flight, nothing like that. You know, if you put the ability of Top Flight, you know, into the promo ability of 2.0, you got a mega team.
Yeah.
You know, a mega team. Because Top Flight is lacking on the microphone. But as far as, like I said about 2.0, I would much rather just see them on Dark, you know, BTE for right now. But they seem to be making their way to TV somehow. And I don't know. They don't stink in the ring. They're just not anything interesting to me.
Listen, man, these guys were on NXT doing Ever Rise Live, acting like a bunch of jobbers. I think the last time we saw them, they got squashed by No Dollar and Hit Row. And now they're in AEW on Dynamite, and they're getting beat up by fucking Sting. I mean, if that's not a tale of two cities, I don't know what is.
Yeah, the Bucks like these guys, clearly, man. They were kind of flirting with them on social media when they were in NXT.
Were they?
A little bit, yeah.
They do have charisma, I will give them that, but they are not signed to AEW. They're only here per appearance. So this match, Darby was being beat up. Distraction by 2.0 allowed Garcia to take control with a hard Irish whip right before the commercial break. Garcia was targeting Allen's arm, and he had a Fujiwara armbar applied on Allen. Allen avoided a corner attack. 2.0 distraction allowed Garcia to knock Allen off the top rope. Hammerlock back suplex from Garcia got a 2 count for Mr. Garcia. Garcia then applied a grounded leg Nelson, and Allen's foot reached the bottom rope. So we got a nice knife-edge chop from Garcia. This got Darby Allin all hot and bothered, fired him up, laid in some slaps. Allin countered a suplex into a coffin dropped attempt, but Garcia caught it, applied a rear naked choke. Very Taz-like in his rear naked choke, so that was nice there. Allin jackknifed out of a hold, hit a stunner, then went up top, landed the coffin drop, and that was it for Darby Allin to win this match against Danny Garcia. After the match, 2.0 were about to attack Allin. Sting cut them off and beat these two guys down. Sting even hit a snap suplex on the ramp, and that sent both of these guys to the back. So that was pretty much it. Darby, Jesse, what is he doing at All Out? You're pretty confirmed that it's going to be CM Punk at All Out.
Yeah, he'll be with Punk. I'm trying to see. I was trying to look into that promo to see if there's anything that might insinuate they're going to tag together. But no, we're going to get Punk's first opponent is clearly going to be Darby. Maybe they have a face-off at Rampage and they set something up for All Out. That's my guess. Yeah,
and we get Darby and Sting next week, I believe, on Dynamite against 2.0, and it's being billed as a Texas Tornado match. No rules. So all four guys are in the ring beating the shit out of each other. So, I mean, these guys, 3 weeks on Dynamite, this is one hell of a fucking tryout. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, really.
So that's that, guys. Darby Allin gets the win over Danny Garcia. Death Triangle was on the show. And they were with Alex Abrahantes, and they chatted backstage about Andrade. Pac told Penta and Phoenix, let him worry about Andrade. I want you guys to focus on the AEW Tag Team titles. That is music to my ears, man. Right there.
Yeah, I don't buy it. I think they're gonna turn on him.
You think they're gonna? I think so as well. When it happens, I don't know, but
I don't think they're going for the tag titles. I don't want to say anytime soon, but not before All Out.
No. And he said they are undeniably the best and deserve gold. Pac said, "Listen, Andrade, whenever you want it, wherever you want it, I am easy to find." So, Jesse, we're getting an Andrade versus Pac match at All Out. Take my money.
Man, my God, dude.
Take my money. Chicago's going to be all in there, bro. They're going to be all in there.
Oh, wow. I can't wait for that one, man. That should potentially steal the show.
It could?
Yeah. That could be the sleeper to steal the show. I mean, everybody expects it to be a good match, a great match, but I'm pegging it as a potential show stealer.
Matt Hardy, Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy, Mark Quinn with the Hardy family office. They went up against Orange Cassidy, Chuck Taylor, and Wheeler YUTA with Kris Statlander. Matt Hardy, by the way, Jesse, Rebby is having child number 5. She just gave birth 7 weeks ago.
She's pregnant again?
She's pregnant again. She tweeted out last night, bro. I was live on my second channel playing some Call of Duty Cold War, and someone said, Rebby's pregnant again. I'm like, what? So I go to her Twitter, and all she tweeted was, number 5.
He's about to have Irish twins.
Listen, man, I don't know. Jeff Hardy's probably looking at his brother like, what the fuck are you doing?
Jeez,
how potent are you? How potent are your fucking
over there?
I know, a fucking stable, a rock band. How potent are those Hardy, fucking?
Oh,
holy shit, man!
So, can you blame the guy? Have you seen Rebby? What the hell? Yeah.
Listen, man. All right, listen. His boys are potent, bro.
Clearly.
I don't know.
Clearly, man.
I don't know. When is it? When is it over?
She's taking more bumps than Matt Hardy has over the last fucking year.
Someone in the chat said Matt Hardy's pullout game is weak. Listen, man. I don't know. Whatever. God bless him. God bless him.
Holy smokes, man.
Listen, man. Wheeler YUTA, bro. I read a story today that Wheeler YUTA was in WWE. Right? He got a tryout. They had no interest in him, and they cut him. And now he's in AEW. And then all of a sudden, before he appeared on Dynamite, he got a tryout. And then all of a sudden, a month and a half later, we got this edict, bro. Nobody over 30 and no midgets. So Wheeler YUTA did not make the cut because of the no midget rule in WWE. Wheeler YUTA. No midgets, bro.
I don't know what this AJ Styles.
I mean, Rey Mysterio,
Gargano,
Cole, right? Who else?
Get rid of those guys.
Yeah, just get rid. Dump them. Just dump them.
We need Braun back.
Yeah, we need Braun Strowman back. We got Omos, right? Because everybody wants to see guys like Omos on television.
Good thing for me, at least, I'm really starting to not care at all what WWE does.
Nope.
I tune in on Friday and watch the beginning of SmackDown, then come back for the main event.
Yeah.
That's it.
I wish I could do that. I'm jealous.
Yeah. Yep.
Anyway, this match was kind of throwaway. I don't really care about any of these guys here right now mixed in together with each other. Wheeler YUTA, he's growing on me. I think he is a solid performer. I think Orange Cassidy could be doing something a lot better than this. Matt Hardy, he's stuck in this thing. I don't know what he's doing or what he's doing with the Hardy family office. Jesse, this was nothing more than one big clusterfuck of just getting everybody on TV, getting everybody in this segment. It really meant nothing. It's going to mean nothing after this is over. But Private Party hit Silly String on, I don't know who it was. I mean, it might have been YUTA, I think. I don't know. Or maybe it was one of the other guys. I have no idea. I really didn't pay attention to this match. So YUTA fought off a double team. It was YUTA. And multiple distractions led to Nyla Rose all of a sudden coming down and shoulder tackling Kris Statlander, who she has a match with later on in the evening. Jack Evans then attacked Orange Cassidy on the outside. YUTA finally reached Chuck Taylor for a hot tag. He ran wild before taking out Blade and Angelico with a dive. They're not even in the match. Taylor powerbombed Quen onto Cassidy before hitting a spinning sit-out powerbomb on Mark Quen for a 2. Cassidy hit a tornado DDT on Matt Hardy, followed by a tope. Matt Hardy did do some repeated deletes in this match to Orange Cassidy. Taylor tagged in YUTA, hit a top rope splash for a 2. Cassidy got a blind tag, hit a swanton bomb for a 2. Private Party hit Gin and Juice on YUTA, but Cassidy broke up the pin, hit the orange punch on Isaiah. Hardy tagged in, hit the Twist of Fate on Wheeler Yuta for the 1, 2, 3, and that was it. Any other comments outside of, I didn't care, Jesse?
Nah, I didn't care either.
There you go. I didn't care. And it was pretty much a throwaway match. Clusterfuck, if I have to say. So we got Andrade. Andrade is being interviewed here, and he's with Chavo Guerrero. Not much was said here, but all they did was accept Pac's offer for a match, and they said Andrade will face him at All Out. Andrade agreed. Chavo said Pac will find out who the boss is at All Out. Now, Jesse, I know everybody's making a big deal about Ric Flair, and Ric Flair is not going back into a wrestling capacity with any company. So please just dead those rumors. Ric Flair can say he's not retiring all he wants. And Booker T can say Ric Flair's coming back to being an in-ring performer all he wants. It's not happening. This guy's on a no wrestling list. Absolutely no wrestling list in WWE. I don't think Tony Khan would put him in the ring. So all the rumors about Ric Flair are just rumors. Do I think AEW is going to sign Ric Flair? Yes. Jesse, DC, Ric Flair potentially being aligned with Andrade in AEW if he is going to land anywhere.
Yeah, man. I see Ric Flair showing up in AEW. I see him being aligned with Ric Flair. Ric Flair with Andrade. And like I told you via text, I don't think that's going to be the last one to join that group, man.
So you think, Jesse, guys in the chat and everybody listening to me, Jesse thinks that when Charlotte's contract is up, Ashley Flair is going to go and join AEW to be with her father and her soon-to-be husband.
And Tony Khan will sign her. Will
Vince McMahon allow that?
He doesn't have a choice if she walks out, man. You can't hold people hostage.
Well,
you just can't. Like I said this before, WWE and the loyalist fans, they seem to have this belief that once you sign with WWE, you should be there for life. And if you leave, then you're nothing. You're not a needle mover. You're a piece of crap. And then you're a reject from WWE. They really hate it. I don't get it.
Yeah, but Charlotte Flair, listen, man, if Charlotte Flair goes to AEW, you know what this means? Then I have to actually be a fan of her. Because she's not going to be as bad as she is in WWE right now.
She won't be as bad, but she'll still be healed, so you can still go ahead and hate her.
Yeah, but I don't want to necessarily see her to a point where I got to actually now, be positive about Charlotte Flair. I mean,
why, if you're seeing her and enjoying it, why do you care?
Why do I care? I don't need her to be the queen. I don't need her to be the fucking queen over in AEW. We get enough of it in WWE.
It makes Vince look that much worse. Like you had someone like Charlotte who was already on top and you just booked her into oblivion so nobody gave a shit. And now she's a megastar over the non-rival company.
Well, Charlotte, the way she's portrayed herself in WWE, I mean, she wrestles as if she doesn't even care.
She doesn't give. She doesn't give a shit, dude.
She wrestles as if she's got a step or three off, to be honest with you. She's had a terrible feud with Rhea Ripley. She's got a terrible feud going on with fucking Nikki Trash.
She doesn't give a shit. The effort is in her face. It's in her in-ring work. You can see it. I mean, as much as everybody loved to bash her back in the day, they cannot deny the fact that she knew what she was doing in the ring. You can not like some spots. I know you don't like her moonsault here and there. I mean, but she was not out there like Alexa, just phoning it in. I mean, she was one of the best female workers that they had, along with the other horsewomen. I mean, but yeah, you can see her. Why would she care? Her booking is terrible. Her fiance's gone. Her father's gone. WWE has clearly put more stock in Becky and Sasha. Why should she care? She knows she's done everything there is to do for her in WWE. Everything. There's nothing left for her to accomplish or do. Why stay?
You know, Becky's the number one female in WWE.
Yep.
Charlotte knows this.
Charlotte knows that shit.
Charlotte will go to a company where she knows she can automatically be number one. So joining AEW will be a likely destination for the Android Queen.
Probably, man. I mean, it doesn't seem she's happy there. We know how. Well, I won't get into that part, but she's gonna be loyal to her fiance. I mean, through thick and thin, as she should be. And I don't see her staying there.
Well, we'll see what happens with that. Andrade Pac, I'm excited about that at All Out. We got another match looming here with FTR and Santana Ortiz. That's happening soon. When, I don't know, but they spoke about FTR getting back at FTR. Santana says they are not going anywhere. We saw more graphic footage of Mr. Cash Wheeler's injury, which only gets worse every time I see it. Nyla Rose versus Kris Statlander, the sole women's match on this show. Not necessarily exciting, but always great to see Kris Statlander. Nyla Rose and Kris Statlander. Jesse, this went 5 minutes, and with the pre-match attack in the last match, the six-man tag with the Hardy family office and the Best Friends camp, Nyla attacked Kris Statlander. And that didn't really stop Kris Statlander from beating Nyla Rose here. Statlander took it to Rose at ringside, and she did a standing moonsault off the apron. Vicky yelled like a banshee at Orange Cassidy, which made my ears bleed. Rose placed Statlander abdomen first on the... I'm sorry, what?
Love Vicky.
Even when she yells like a fucking banshee?
Especially when he yells like a banshee.
Jesus Christ. This guy shits on Lee Johnson. He shits on Julia Hart. He loves Vicky Guerrero of all fucking...
She's so good at what she does.
Unbelievable, this fucking guy.
Underrated, man.
Anyway, Nyla Rose was going for a top rope leg drop, but Statlander, she got herself off the top rope and did a walking handstand to escape. And Statlander landed a power bomb off the top rope out of the corner. And she followed up with a top rope area 451 for the clean win. And that was very impressive. A 450 from Kris Statlander. 1, 2, 3, and Statlander wins in 5 minutes, Jesse. Are we looking at Britt Baker's challenger at All Out?
Bro, there is nobody in front of Britt Baker right now that she needs to worry about.
No.
Except Kris Statlander.
That's it.
That's it.
That's your title match.
That's your money feud. That's your money women's feud right now. Again, I wanna put them as opponents for life. I wanna put them as just big time rivalry in the women's division. Keep the dynamic just the way it is, and just have them on top of the women's division until someone else comes in and claims otherwise.
Listen, Munchie time. You better calm yourself in the chat, man. Statlander can abduct me anytime, he says.
Okay, then Statlander is awesome, bro. She is fucking great.
Calm down here, bro. You're married. Okay?
I don't look at Statlander as like that. I mean, I'm really like I'm infatuated with what she's turned herself into since her injury and everything else. And I'm not happy that they stuck her with the Best Friends. I mean, yeah, but I mean, it gives her. Here's what I like about that. It does give her something to do as they wait for her time to get into title picture. Otherwise, she kind of be like Thunder Rosa and just kind of hanging out there in limbo. You know, at least at this rate, we get to see Kris Statlander from time to time integrated in other different feuds and things like that. Right now, we're just waiting for Thunder Rosa to be put into the title picture. We know it's coming. She was signed, so. It's coming. We're good. I thought we were gonna get Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker at All Out.
Yeah, I think they're gonna wait on that. But I mean, the women's division, man. Look at what's going on here. We got Britt Baker. We got Statlander back at full capacity. We got Red Velvet now doing her thing with Britt Baker. Nyla Rose is there. You got to mention her. She's a part of the division. I'm not a big fan of Nyla Rose, but she's there. That's 4. Shida hasn't done much of anything, but she is always going to be a top performer in that women's division. Then we got Ruby Soho possibly coming in. We got Jade Cargill waiting in the wings. We got, who else we got? Who am I missing? Who am I missing here?
Oh, Abaddon.
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Not Abaddon.
I tried Vandelli.
Yes, I know where we're going with this. Mercedes Martinez, Jesse. He's now a free agent. Does Tony Khan go after Mercedes Martinez?
I don't know. That one I don't know, man. I could see her going over to Impact.
I could see her going over to Impact too.
Definitely, I could definitely see her going to Impact. NWA. I don't know about AEW though. I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what. I know somebody that you want in AEW and who could really help that division over from Impact. Jordynne Grace, you mentioned. Jesse, she wants to travel through the Forbidden Door.
There we go.
That's
money for the women's division right there.
She talked to Talk Sport, and she expressed a great interest in going through that Forbidden Door. And it hasn't happened yet, but she says this, and I quote, "Honestly, I was super excited when it first got announced, but as the months have dragged, only a few people get in at a time. But, that's the nature of the business, right?" So she wants to go back, or she wants to go and walk through the Forbidden Door.
No, I could see a feud with Jordynne Grace and her being as legitimate as she is in the ring and amongst the wrestling community. I could see Jordynne Grace getting Kris Statlander over that hump into the main event women's stratosphere.
Yeah.
Jordynne Grace versus Kris Statlander. I would love to see that.
Yeah, we got Tay Conti as well. I apologize to the chat about leaving her out. Yeah, we got some solid women in this division. And also, Kiera Hogan over from Impact. She made her dark debut and actually won.
Who is she?
I'm not familiar with her, but she was the Impact Women's Tag Team Champion over there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, she was a part of Fire and Flavor, I believe. Tasha Steelz.
Not familiar, but I'll check it out.
Yeah, she was on Dark, so she won her match. So they may be bringing her in, but there's a lot of moving pieces. They got this women's battle royal coming up, so who knows who we're going to see at All Out. It's going to be good. It's going to be good, but we're looking at Statlander versus Britt Baker possibly at All Out on September 5th. We got a basketball game happening in the back with the Bucks and Brandon Cutler. Matt mocked Hangman Page being sent away because he was injured. He said they have dominated for a year, and next week will be an easy layup against the Jurassic Express. So when Nick went for the layup, Luchasaurus came out of nowhere and blocked his layup. Jungle Boy then took the ball and slammed dunked the ball. And that was pretty much it. Luchasaurus then said, "Not in my house." It's going to be a damn good tag team match.
It is. It is. I kind of want to see Luchasaurus and Jurassic kind of brought back up to where they were when AEW launched. I think they're ready to go, but again, it's a timing thing for everything. Right now, the Bucks are doing something with these titles. They have plans for them, and let's see where they go with them. I mean, the Bucks aren't just holding on to the titles because they're selfish. They got plans for them. Yep. So let's see who they unload all of this mojo onto when they drop those titles.
Yeah, again, I don't know who they're wrestling at the pay-per-view. I would have thought they saved this match for the pay-per-view, but I don't know what's going to happen here. Do the Bucks drop the titles to Jurassic Express, Jesse? Do you think that it's time for them to just let go of those championships?
I don't even know anymore. But if I had to call it right now, I'd say no, because we haven't really seen Jurassic Express light anything up in the tag division as of late.
Yep. Yeah. But Jungle Boy's over, so that's all that really matters. And Tony Khan loves Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy is such an asshole, though.
Yeah. Yeah, yes, he's an asshole because of reasons that none of us will be able to acquire in this lifetime.
Unbelievable, this guy. How did he do this?
Listen, man, you could have a word with him too in Chicago. Okay, I'll make sure Lee Johnson puts in the word.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, guys, we're gonna talk about Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, in just a bit. She got a match coming up with Red Velvet that is gonna main event AEW Rampage on Friday night. But I want to check the chat. See what's going on in here. I appreciate you guys joining us for the live stream tonight. There's been some minor technical difficulties because of my PC just breaking down piece by piece, but we got 2,100 in the venue. I appreciate you guys. Guys, there's 789 likes in the chat. I need that over 1,000 right now, man. There should be no reason why we got 2,000 people in here when we only got 790 likes. Come on. Get it up, bro. Get it up. It helps me out. It helps the channel out, man. Super chats are open. We'll hang out at the end of the show. If you guys want to join and become a fine member of this establishment, you guys can certainly become VIP by joining the Off the Script venue. Hit that join button down below and join us, man. Cold beverages served all night. AEW, Jesse, is doing something in not only in Chicago. They will be in Chicago in a couple weeks, but they're doing something very good in Pittsburgh tomorrow. My buddy Brian Goulash notified me of what AEW is doing. AEW is going to be visiting the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank, and they are going to be helping out, and it's all for a great cause. You guys can actually donate to the Greater Pittsburgh Community Food Bank and help out like AEW and many of their superstars will be doing tomorrow. They're getting a private tour of the facility, and they're going to be spending their time before a major debut of Rampage. So if you guys want to donate and help like AEW during this major week, this major month of professional wrestling, you guys can go to pittsburghfoodbank.org, where you guys can go on Twitter and follow them on social media to find all the information that you need. They'll be live tweeting tomorrow, giving you guys live updates. That's PGH Food Bank on Twitter. So I want to shout those guys out, shout AEW out for a great cause tomorrow in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I heard that they're going to be doing that into all of the cities that they roll into.
Yep.
They're not just going to go into the venue, do a show, and leave. They're going to do some community outreach and do some good in the city that they're visiting, which is incredible. Just fucking incredible. I'm sure, look, I know WWE does it as well, but they don't do it every city, and it's a good way for AEW to get their names out there amongst other people, too.
Yeah, this is a great cause, guys. If you guys want to go and donate, I would really appreciate it. And the Greater Pittsburgh Food Bank would definitely appreciate it as well. So let's join AEW in this great cause. Dr. Britt Baker in the ring with Tony Shivani. She got a hometown welcome, Jesse, to say the least. Fans are chanting DMD. Shivani asked her about defending the AEW Women's Championship against a woman on the rise in Red Velvet. Fans booed Red Velvet. And that's not the only time they booed Red Velvet tonight. Baker said she can't comment on her rise because it wouldn't be fair, because she can't relate. She said she's always been on top of AEW and on top of the division and the baddest bitch on the block. He's throwing around the word baddest and bitch in the same sentence. We got Charlotte Flair doing it. We got Jade Cargill doing it. And we got Britt Baker doing it, bro. Who's the baddest bitch?
Jade Cargill said that she had a trademark, so they better watch it, man.
Oh, listen, something's going to happen there. Maybe they're dropping some clues. Who the hell knows? She said her fearlessness she can relate to. She said she stepped up when AEW needed a new era on the women's division. And she said she stepped up when the city of Pittsburgh needed a champion. Now, I don't know if this was a hometown comment. Sounded like a sly dig, if you ask me, but she said it anyway. She said it's been a tough year, and this city needed hope. She held up her title. She said Velvet might have a chance in any other city, but not in Pittsburgh. She then led the crowd in chanting DMD, and then she said she'll be in the main event on Rampage against Red Velvet. Jesse, Velvet came out and attacked Baker as Baker's music played as the segment ended. Referees were pulling them apart. And this is something that I'm looking forward to. I think Britt Baker needs a solid opponent for herself after that very disappointing match with Nyla Rose. I think Red Velvet is the perfect solution there and the perfect person to go up against Britt Baker. Velvet in this case, I loved her intensity. As always, I've always really documented her intensity. She has that natural intensity that comes off as believable. You know, it's not catty, it's not weak, it's not frail and just, you know, women just going about like WWE portrays some of their wins. It's not Eva Marie, if you guys want me to be more blunt with you. She is a woman's wrestler, bro, and I love that about her. The intensity's there, the fiery attitude's there. I think this is going to be a great match on Friday night. A nice clash of styles here.
It is. I remember when she started as enhancement talent over on Dark, and when she was literally just enhancement talent. I remember texting you like, hey, they have somebody that is really good. And she didn't do anything spectacular other than she did everything fundamentally perfect as enhancement talent. And I saw that, and they're like, wow, that was pretty good. And then the next time I saw her in a match, she was still enhancement talent, but they gave her a little bit more offense. I'm like, wow, she really is good. And that's when I started texting. They have somebody in Red Velvet, and she's great. And then, sure enough, she made it on the TV and everything else. I like where they're going with her, and I like because she's a baby face and a natural baby face, and Britt Baker is a natural heel. But I like the dynamic that they're going into this. Britt Baker is not going to get booed in Pittsburgh. It's just not going to happen. So Britt Baker is just going to have to be full babyface, and then they had Red Velvet come out and jump her from behind for no reason. That's a heel move. That's a dick move. So Red Velvet can go ahead and play some heel tactics in this feud, and they'll probably switch out of it as soon as they get out of Pittsburgh. So, which is the right thing to do, because, I mean, why would you expect the crowd to boo someone in their home city?
Yeah, it's pointless to go against what Tony Khan knows the fans are going to do. Like, and nobody expects Britt to be booed in fucking Pittsburgh.
No.
I mean, so why even attempt, Britt's a heel and Red Velvet's a babyface, so let's go with that dynamic. Let's go with that dynamic, Vince. That works, Bruce. No, it doesn't work that way. You just follow what the fucking fans are doing. They are the voice. So follow them. It's ridiculous. Red Velvet has, she sells great. Another thing about her, I mentioned this, but she sells great. And Britt, bro, the attitude of Britt, man, how fucking confident has she been in this role, man? It's almost as if she's getting more alpha by the weeks. It's crazy.
She is. Her confidence has grown a lot. Like I mentioned a few weeks before, how Kris Statlander's confidence has grown since she returned from her injury. And it was sorely needed throughout the division. So I'm glad that, Statlander and Britt Baker are doing it, because it just felt like at the beginning of this run in AEW that the women were just kind of still trying to feel their way out there. Nobody was really confident in what they were really doing. But that is nowhere near the case right now. Britt Baker she owns a microphone and owns the ring when she's in it. And that's the way you do it. That's the way a champion does it. When you're in the ring, you should be the center of attention. Everybody should be listening to what you're saying and care. And it's something that's overlooked, and we don't get it as much as we should.
No, this is going to be good on Friday night. So, you know what they could do, bro? If they want to go with the heel and babyface dynamic and do Britt as a heel and Red Velvet as a babyface like they have been portrayed on television, Tony Khan could just hire whoever does the WWE production and, do piped-in crowd noise. Just alter the crowd, bro.
Just pipe in the noise that you want to hear. That's all you got to do.
Pipe in some fucking cheers for Red Velvet and, just alter the entire show, just like we see on Monday night. It'll be great. It'll be great.
We missed our fans. You're the lifeblood of this company.
Yeah, we're nothing without you. Here's a button to show you that we don't give a shit what you say. Fucking ridiculous.
Just go back to the Thunderdome.
Yeah, really. Anyway, we got an Impact Tag Team Championship match tonight. The Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows, with Brandon Cutler. I got to shout out Brandon Cutler, man. He is such a pesky geek in this role, man. He does it so good with that fucking ice spray, and he's got that mask on. He looks like a fucking sniveling, looks like a fairy out there. Every time he gets his ass kicked, it's like, oh yeah, get the fuck out of here, man. You're a geek.
Bro, since they fired the Dark Order from BTE, Brandon Cutler's been the MVP, man. That guy's great.
I know. He's playing his role good. Against the Dark Order, Evil Uno and Stu Grayson, two of my favorite guys as far as tag teams are concerned in AEW. These guys are so good. They were out there with Colt Cabana. So, Cabana, he chased Brandon Cutler away. Frankie Kazarian ran out, met Cutler on the apron with a clothesline, and pulled him to the back. Gallows was beating down Evil Uno. We went to a commercial break. Uno hit a Hurricanrana to reach Grayson for a hot tag. Grayson is so good at what he does, man. Both of these guys are. Grayson suplexed both Good Brothers before hitting a twisting springboard moonsault for a 2 count. Gallows tagged in. Grayson fought out of a fireman's carry, tried to lift Gallows up. Grayson hit a double Pele kick on both the Good Brothers before the Dark Order hit a double team overhead suplex. Cannonball 450 splash combo by Grayson and Uno, followed for a 2 count. Dark Order went for fatality, but Gallows cut it off. Grayson fought out of the Magic Killer, hit an assisted tope on Gallows before Uno hit a flatliner on Anderson. They both went for fatality again, but a belt distraction allowed Anderson to hit the gun stun, followed by a Magic Killer, and they retain the Impact Tag Team Championship. Scott D'Amore was on commentary. Nobody should really have expected a title change here, but this was solid for what it was. It's just another instance, Jesse, of the Forbidden Door being open. We got Impact Tag Team titles being defended on Dynamite, and that's all it really was. Nice, solid tag team action. No more, no less.
I didn't see a gun stun in that match.
There was a gun stun by Carl Anderson right before the Magic Killer, yes.
No, I saw an RKO.
You saw? Okay.
Yeah. And it was out of nowhere, too.
And well, listen, Carl Anderson didn't have that fancy mustache that Randy Orton's sporting around now.
Well,
and he doesn't have a bro in his corner that has fucking magic birds fly out when he kicks his sandals off. You know,
he's got a hot Asian wife.
Well, yeah, he does.
There you go.
He does. Got a nice looking spine buster too, Carl Anderson.
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he does.
Anyway, they won, but I don't know what they're doing at the pay-per-view either. I think they'll just be in. They're not really AEW employees. They're on Dynamite more than they're on Impact. So I mean, they might as well be AEW employees. They're carrying around other companies' tag team championships
at this point.
I don't know. Listen, that Forbidden Door, bro, it's powerful.
They're just holding it open.
Yep.
They're just standing at the door, holding it open at this point.
Anybody could walk through there, so it's always going to be open. You know who I want to see walk through the Forbidden Door, man? I know we mentioned this. I want to see Tama Tonga.
Oh man,
walk in and just give the man a microphone. I'll put my fucking iPad down. I'll listen. That's all I want to do.
That would pop. Man.
You talk about pipe bombs.
Jeez Louise.
It'll be good. It's gonna happen sooner rather than later.
It is.
We got a Camille video promo ahead of her NWA Women's World Championship match against Layla Hirsch. She said Hirsch was no match for her. I won't be watching. Good luck, Layla Hirsch.
Not interested in the match, but Camille looks pretty damn interesting, though.
Yeah. I don't know what she does in the ring or what she can do in the ring, but maybe I should go and watch. Maybe I'll YouTube her later.
Yeah. She looks like, if she can go, man, that's a talent they can use right there. I want to see her and Jade Cargill as a tag team.
Yeah. I mean, they look like they have similar body types, for sure.
Yes.
You know who doesn't have that type of body type, Jesse? QT Marshall.
Oh, God.
QT Marshall is in the ring with Tony Schiavone. Shivani was expecting something in this, or QT Marshall, rather, I should say, was expecting an apology, but, you know, this ended up being, I don't know what the fuck this turned into. So Shivani was confused here. He had Nick Camarado, Dick QT Marshall, on the outside. He grabbed Shivani's adult son sitting in the front row. Now, I didn't know who this guy was. I got tipped off about maybe a plant being there or some VIP sitting front row, and it ended up being this kid. So his adult son was there. He wants to be a wrestler, so they drug him into the ring in front of Shivani. Shivani then apologized for everything that he said to QT Marshall and ordered Marshall to stop. I said, I'm sorry. And then he called him a son of a bitch. So at the end of this thing, Jesse, Shivani's son got planted, and he got planted face first in the ring. And then out comes everybody's favorite wrestler, my favorite wrestler of all time. No more BS, bro. Paul White comes out. He's readying that weapon of mass destruction fist, right? Comes out, walks gingerly to the ring. It's giving me
5 minutes, man.
Took him 5 minutes to get down there because the guy could barely fucking walk. And he gets in the ring and he chokeslams Mr. Bailey. Or Mr. X Bailey, I should say. That's it.
They were about to kill Shivani, and then Paul White's music hit.
Aaron Solo, by the way.
Solo was Mr. Bailey, guys. And it took this guy like 5 minutes to get to the ring. They all stood in the ring and stopped what they were doing and just waited for him to get there. They just waited. They stopped beating. They could have killed him. They stopped and waited. Stopped and waited. I'm sitting there just like, you gotta be fucking kidding. It's like deja vu, man.
Like I'm watching fucking Monday Night Raw. Why do I have to do the Big Show skit on Wednesday night? Why? Why do I gotta do it? I don't have to do it, but I'm gonna do it.
I will say this. Big Show has been fantastic on elevations on commentary. He's been good. So,
well,
let's put him back there.
It's the Big Show.
Oh, God. Why?
I don't know, man. Let's ask TK why. What are we doing here, TK? Fuck, we doing?
Put him in a fucking match now?
Do we really have to see Paul White wrestle on AEW? I mean, this is why we retreat from Monday.
Are we getting QT versus Paul? You know, QT couldn't beat Cody, you know. That loss is really... I mean, QT is on a nice little heel run right now. Bro, listen,
outside that one promo that QT Marshall cut at the factory, bro, this guy's been fucking garbage. Why is this guy on television? Like, what are we doing here?
QT?
Yeah.
I like his heel work. But, I mean, he's a loser in the ring, so yeah.
Well, I mean, he's sporting around a nice fucking solid gold Rolex, I'll tell you that. I'm making Baron Corbin jealous over here.
I was interested in his heel work, and then he cut that one promo before he got beat up by Cody. I was sold on his heel work, but now I see they still don't have much faith in him in the ring, so I guess why should we, right?
Bro, we're getting QT Marshall versus Big Show at All Out. Can you imagine that?
No, thank you. Oh, God, no. They are not putting Big Show in the ring in Chicago. There's no way in hell.
Well...
No. No, they'll turn heel on them, dude. No.
Oh, man. Please. You gotta write better television than fucking Big Show, man. Come on. Anyway, God. We got Rampage shaping up to be a nice show here. Impact World Title, Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage. TNT Championship match, Miro versus Fuego del Sol. And an AEW Women's Championship match, Britt Baker versus Red Velvet. And then Dynamite shaping up to be big. We got the AEW Tag Team titles on the line. Young Bucks versus the Lucha Express, like JR says. Shawn Spears versus Sammy Guevara, who also has a major announcement, apparently. And Darby Allin and Sting versus 2.0 in a Texas Tornado match. So we're looking at some solid stuff happening on Friday and then again on Wednesday. And then we get fucking CM Punk on Friday next week, man. You believe it's already here? Holy shit.
I know, man. It is. I can't wait.
Now, nothing's announced. We're just making, predictions here. But, I mean, I think it's a foregone conclusion that this guy's showing up inside the United Center.
I'm doing a vlog on my whole trip to the UC.
There you go. Jesse's going to vlog it.
Thinking about it.
Chris Jericho, the fourth labor of Jericho versus Wardlow. MJF was out by ringside. For some reason, I thought MJF was going to be the special guest referee. I don't know why I thought that. Maybe I misheard last week, but...
they did say that.
I thought they did.
They did say that. What happened to that?
I don't know. So he was on the outside instead of being in the ring. Aubrey Edwards was the referee for this match. Jericho also cannot have anybody interfere in this match within the inner circle. Otherwise, he loses and he doesn't get his match with MJF. So, Wardlow, not from Pittsburgh. I get it, geeks. He's from Cincinnati. But Wardlow comes from the ICW promotion and was a name, and he built himself up in Pittsburgh with that promotion. So that's why I said that last week. So this is why this match is happening in Pittsburgh here. He comes from the ICW promotion, and he's very good in his role here in AEW. Wasn't really too keen on this match. Wasn't too excited about this match. It went as good as I expected it to go. So, Jericho, did Wardlow into the ring post repeatedly. This was a one-sided affair up until the end. Back in the ring, Wardlow hit a powerbomb, and then a second powerbomb, and then more power bombs during the picture-in-picture commercial break. Jericho tried to fight back with chops. Wardlow caught a Jericho coming off a top rope with a crossbody, hit a massive F10 that landed Jericho right on his knee. MJF then instructed Wardlow to finish him, but Jericho caught Wardlow's knee and applied a Walls of Jericho. MJF then raked Jericho's eyes behind Aubrey Edwards. MJF then slithered into the ring, and it looks like he wanted to hand Wardlow maybe the Dynamite Diamond ring or some foreign object. Aubrey Edwards caught him, ejected him from ringside. Jericho then took Floyd with Aubrey's back turned, hit Wardlow in the face with it, followed with Judas Effect, and Jericho beats Wardlow and gets MJF. Now, after the match is over, Shawn Spears attacked Sammy Guevara, saved Jericho from Shawn Spears, and then Wardlow beat up Guevara. MJF ran into the ring and put salt of the earth on Jericho. Jake Hager then ran out, and that was pretty much it. MJF bailed with the rest of the Pinnacle, and MJF grabbed the microphone and said that their match would be next week, Jesse. Are you as surprised as I am about that announcement and not having it happen at All Out? Or are we getting it next week and we're getting it at All Out again?
It doesn't make any sense.
I know. I don't know what's going on.
It doesn't make any sense. So if we get rid of Jericho next week, I could see MJF missing the pay-per-view, to be honest. If he's not in the middle of something hot, they're not going to stick him in a random match. And if Jericho's going away, then he's going away. But yeah, I thought this was a match they would have saved for All Out, though.
Yeah, I'm very, very confused by this. But MJF said the match is next week. And the stipulation is, get this, folks, Jericho can't use the Judas Effect. He must come out with no entrance music. And next week, Jericho will not just meet his match, but his successor, Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Now, are you as disappointed as I am in these stipulations?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it just does not seem like he's trying very hard. If even to someone who's got the free will to make it as hard as possible on Jericho, it seems like he just doesn't want to make it that hard. He's going to make the fans go out and memorize Jericho's entire entrance song this week.
You know what I think happens here? I don't know if you mentioned it or somebody else mentioned it to me. I honestly think we get some fuck finish next week. And I think we get the match happening at All Out. And then I think MJF coaxes Jericho to another match with his career on the line.
That sounds like you've been watching too much Raw.
Maybe Raw has dumbed down my fucking brain. I don't know.
Yeah, see, this and it makes sense now. So to get a match with MJF, you gotta face MJF a week before.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, am I watching Raw or is Tony Khan watching Raw?
Yeah, there we go. Now it makes sense. You know, same way with Christian Cage. You know, he gets Kenny Omega. First you get him this week, and then you get him again in the next week.
Why don't we just give All Out, just all to CM Punk?
Just make it a whole, just rename it All Punk.
Just give Darby Allin and CM Punk a 1 hour Iron Man match and just let them go.
Punk out, yeah.
You know? I don't know. I have no idea what All Out's going to be. It's like we're getting All Out before All Out.
Again, that's it. He hasn't let us down, so I want to see, you know, what they came up with all the adjustments they make. This is what the booking looks like when you don't have shit planned out and any long-term fucking stories being built. This is not what we normally see in AEW. Normally it's a little bit more fluid and it makes more sense. But this is understandably very confusing going into a huge pay-per-view like this, because you have to change it. You can't just bring in Punk and Bryan and then just stick, you know, to the course that you were set for with your long-term booking. You gotta change that shit, man. You don't change it 3 hours before the show starts. You start changing it weeks in advance.
Well, like I said before, I said in the beginning of the show, trust the process, trust DK. Gonna be fine. You know, he hasn't let us down a lot of times. You know, a little misfire here, a little misfire there, but creatively he's been doing his thing. I mean, he won Booker of the Year. So
Can't go wrong.
Can't go wrong. Anyway, guys, that's your Dynamite review. Hopefully you enjoyed our show. Dynamite was so-so tonight. Not the best Dynamites in recent memory, but we are building towards a very historic week coming up at Rampage on Friday. I will be live here covering Rampage first and then SmackDown starting at 11:05 p.m. So we're going to watch both shows and we're going to go live at 11:05 p.m. So hopefully you guys can join me then, man. It's going to be double reviews every Friday going forward. But I appreciate you guys, man. Follow me on social media at jDfromNY206. That's Twitter and Instagram. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell for all notifications. Hit that thumbs up as well, guys. Right now, we're looking at 935 likes. Let's try and get that up over 1,000. I would greatly appreciate it, man. Go get your t-shirts. Bonfire for your off-the-script merchandise. And today's sponsor, man, go and get yourself some beautiful retro t-shirts from Homage, man. Homage.com. That's HOMAGE.com. Use code SCRIPT at checkout. The link is in the description below at the bottom. Code SCRIPT for checkout. Got some great shit over there. I also got a Bret the Hitman Hart old school t-shirt as well. Awesome, awesome stuff. And go check out all the other videos that you might have missed on the channel. Now, I can't get to my super chats. Apparently, I go to my super chat section on my YouTube studio and I can't click it. I don't know what's going on. So if I miss some of your super chats, guys, I apologize. We're going to try our best. I don't know if it's my PC, if it's a PC issue, or if it's a YouTube thing. I don't know. But we're going to start at the top here, man. We got Munchie Time with a $4.99 super chat. Decent show. Made me excited for Friday. What's Titus cooking up tonight? And what's the drink special? I hope Jesse doesn't forget the ice. It was a decent show, Munchie Time. Titus, he didn't really have much going on. But the drink special tonight, I don't know. I forgot to ask everybody on social media. I don't know what the fucking drink special is. The venue's been lazy, man. We've been lacking. We got some good craft beer, though.
Issa.
Yeah, Issa's been lacking, man. I'm sorry. I gotta have a nice swift talking to Issa. Tony Brown with a $4.99 super chat. Not a great show, JD and Jesse, but 100s are better than anything WWE produces. What do you two think? Bro, is that even a question? Mr. Brown.
Question.
Bro, I mean, you don't like your championship contender matches on Monday night. You don't like that?
Oh, you need more of those, man.
Yeah, we need more of those. I mean, that's a fucking ingenious idea.
Yeah, just have everybody face your champion, and then that's how they get their championship shot. It makes sense. Yeah.
Noah Woods becomes a member and a VIP in the venue, man. What are you drinking? Thank you, Noah Woods. Jacob Donnelly with a $10 super chat. I'll be fine with Christian versus Omega at All Out if it means Punk is wrestling Darby, and that's the main event. I'm sure Omega versus Christian will be great. Just doesn't scream pay-per-view main event. I think we talked about that tonight, Jacob. I wouldn't be too concerned about what's going on there. I don't think Christian versus Omega is happening at All Out. Jesse and I think it will be Switchblade Jay White. He's in Chicago. Doesn't really make sense for him to be at an indie show and not at an AEW show while they're both in town. Somebody donated a $150 super chat, and I know I can't get to it, so whoever you are, please reveal yourself in the chat. I can't see it. And this pisses
still another 150.
This is pissing me off, man. I know there's a $100 super chat, $150 super chat. I can't see it. YouTube will not let me see any of my super chats. So whoever you are, please reveal yourself so I can thank you by name. Desmond Dukes, Hologram. Desmond, you fucking beast. Thank you for the $150 super chat. I believe he said something along the lines of just wanting to show some support. Desmond, that's a lot of fucking money, man. I appreciate you.
Buying drinks. First round was on him.
First round is on Desmond Dukes. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you, Jacob. Noah Woods with a New Zealand $5 super chat. AEW is better than any WWE programming. Indeed. Raisin Brand 151 with a $20 super chat. Not a 10 out of 10 show tonight, but you can see the pieces falling together for a great couple of weeks leading up to All Out. On a side note, I'm sure the crowd will sing Jericho's theme music a cappella next week when he faces MJF. Listen, bro, if we know anything about Tony Khan, I think he expects his crowd to do exactly that. And MJF knows it. And Jericho knows it. And I can't wait to see it. I think it's going to sound great. Mr. Cake with a $2 super chat. We need a milk carton for Hikaru Shida, bro. Wasn't she on Dark?
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. But Britt Baker's still injured.
Yes.
So they're confident she's gonna be ready to go next week.
Friday.
Oh, I'm sorry, this Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she's still in that cast, man.
Well, Adam Cole wrestled with a broken wrist, too, or a slightly sprained wrist. Remember when he had when he was feuding with Riddle?
Yeah.
He had a cast on his wrist, and he did fine. I mean, listen, bro. She's engaged or dating Bebe. She'll be fine.
She'll be fine. Yeah, I guess so.
The wrestling in that family runs in the blood.
If that's the reason she didn't wrestle tonight, they're really cutting it, close. They're going to put it in the ring on Friday if it's still hurt right now.
Yeah. And then more than likely against Statlander at the pay-per-view. So she's going to have a couple of weeks here with some stiff competition.
Maybe that's why she's not booked for All Out. Maybe they're going to see how she does after Rampage, and they might...
Melvin with a $5... What happened, Jesse? I'm sorry. What happened about Rampage?
I said maybe that's why she's not booked for All Out yet, because they're waiting to see how Rampage turns out, but she might still be hurt.
Possibly. I could see that being the case.
Yeah.
Melvin with a $5 super chat. Love the show. I think Rampage should stay at 1 hour, just like the old NXT days. I think it is one of the things that will make Rampage different.
Rampage will not stay at 1 hour, bro.
No.
It will not. Eventually, that's going to have to go to a 2 hour slot.
Yep.
And it's going to have to get a better time slot.
Yep. The Great Charlie with a $2 super chat. JD, how did you like the Dipset versus Locks battle? I have no idea what you're talking about, bro.
The Dipset versus the Locks versus battle.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of the versus series. I think it's kind of ridiculously stupid. You get the artists on stage together and they play their old music, and it's supposed to be like a head-to-head type competition type deal, but they're not really actually performing it. It's really odd. It came about in the pandemic because people couldn't get together and shit for stuff like that, but it was kind of cool then. So, since people can't get out, they can kind of do this thing online, but now it's fucking lame.
Why would anybody ask me that question? Why would I listen to that?
I have no idea.
Jada Kiss swept Dipset clean, says Dasan in the chat. It's great.
Not a fan of versus.
I'm throwing him a party tomorrow. You should all come over. Jerry Ramey with a $20 super chat. JD, do you see Punk mentioning a young roster member like Sting does for Darby, or mentoring a young roster member like Sting does for Darby? Maybe Jungle Boy? No. Punk is coming in to win world titles after all of this is over with Omega.
Punk is coming in to beat Punk.
Yep.
And I take back everything possibly negative I said about Sting when he debuted. He's being used to absolute perfection.
Yeah.
He's in the ring once in the blue moon when it matters to back up his boy. He comes out, supports. Perfect. I could not book Sting any better myself. This is perfect.
Newsflash, the Atlanta Braves are in first place. I don't know how the fuck that happened, but here we are. Thank you, Jerry Ramey, with a $20 super chat. Saints 2025, $4.99. Who do y'all think Bryan's first feud should be with? I think Bryan versus MJF would be excellent, and Bryan versus Orange Cassidy would be a god-tier match. I don't care, bro. Bryan on television is all I care about. Put him in the ring with the fucking geek sitting front row dressed as Jesus Christ, man. I don't care. I don't care. Jesse, who do you want to see him in the ring with first?
Miro?
Yes, there you go. TNT
Miro.
title.
Yeah, there we go. Miro. Hey, forget this Locks Dipset shit. Hey, you know, Nas dropped a new album. Boom.
That's great.
Did you get it yet? I know you got it. Right?
I wonder what type of lyrics are going to be on Nas's new album.
All clean.
Really?
Oh yeah, clean and nothing to upset social media.
Are you being sarcastic with me?
Very.
There you go. I want to see everybody cancel Nas by the end of the evening then.
Yeah, okay.
Munchie time, $4.99 Super Chat. Just a daily reminder for you all to say, fuck Bill Goldberg. Yeah, well, I mean, clearly the fans are saying fuck Bill Goldberg as well because Monday Night Raw got a 1.7 in the rating. So much for Bill Goldberg coming back and bringing up those ratings there, Bruce. Fucking geek. Jericho, 8131 with a $10 Super Chat. The Max Caster situation is a prime reason why Cena will never bring back the Doctor of Thugonomics gimmick full-time. If Cena rapped the things he rapped about back in 2003, he'd be canceled too.
That's bullshit. Cena can say whatever he wants.
Yeah.
As long as it's not about China.
Yeah. Thank you, Jericho. I appreciate you, brother. $15 Super Chat just to correct his typo, bro. I got what you were saying, man. Appreciate you. DX Tricksters with a $10 UK Super Chat. Dante Martin might be as athletic as Ricochet, if not more. He was so good. Also, where is Hikaru Shida and why isn't Tay Conti on Dynamite? AEW needs some of that Brazilian hotness badly.
That's so positive that Tay Conti is signed.
Yeah, she may be there, but I don't think she's an AEW full-timer.
Yeah, I don't think she's full-time and contracted employee yet. I don't believe so. Don't quote me on that. But if not, that would be the reason why. They try to keep the full-time contracted people on TV shows, and everybody else is still pretty much auditioning on Dark.
Yeah, she's good, but she's not there yet.
She's good. I like Tay Conti. I liked her better when she was hanging with Anna Jay in a Dark Order, though.
Yeah. DX for life with a Australia, mate. $10 Super Chat. I'm sorry. July had 4 pay-per-view themed shows, and I feel like the setup episodes like tonight makes us appreciate the killer shows even more. Ours have bangers every week, and I like how AEW makes guys look good in defeat. You ain't lying there, bro. Yeah, listen, not every show's gonna be a Grand Slam. We're gonna have those coming up in just a couple of weeks, man. So a couple of iffy shows, a couple of so-so shows isn't the end of the world here. It's not like Monday Night Raw where it's completely insufferable for 3 hours every single week. AEW is never insufferable.
No.
Gino with a $4.99 Super Chat. New Bonfire shirt idea. NXT logo on a tombstone with June 2012 to April 2020. Gargano Ciampa 4 as the life and death dates. I'd know I'd buy. Bro, listen. Fuck NXT, okay? I don't want to hear about it anymore.
No.
It's over. The honeymoon is over.
It's dead. It's gone. It's like Raw Underground, guys. It's just gone.
Yep. Francisco Coronado with a $5 Super Chat. If CM Punk debuts, how long would you wait to make him AEW champ? And how would you get him there? I want to know JD and Jesse's way. Thanks, guys. He's not AEW champ at all this year. Maybe next year at the end of the year, around the same time he's debuting. Maybe.
Yeah, I got him taking a while. And it also depends on how he's gonna be portrayed as a heel or a face, because I mean Punk loves playing both. And I think that also ties into the Hangman situation too.
Yeah.
So I mean, if he's face or he's heel, who's gonna dethrone Kenny? And then if they are they gonna feud with Hangman, or is Hangman gonna dethrone Kenny and then he feuds with Punk? It's the dynamic of how they're gonna book this shit as far as heel or face, and which is one of the many great problems that Tony Khan has in front of him right now as far as what to do with Punk and Bryan and Kenny and Hangman.
Yeah. There's a hierarchy here, guys. It's going to Hangman, and then I think MJF's the next one to take it off of Hangman. Yeah. After that, it's a little hazy.
There's so many things for Punk to do in AEW right now that you don't need a title on him.
No.
just him on your show in a match is the attraction. You don't need a title.
Put a fucking microphone in his hand and it's going to be the talk of the town for the entire night. It doesn't matter.
That's it.
And people in the chat are saying Tay is signed. So there you go.
She is? Okay. If that's the case, then I don't mean she won't be too far behind.
SJA Entertainment, SJA, Tay is signed, bro. Chill.
Chill
you
what?
chill, motherfucker. Sure. You chill, bro. What are we chilling about? I'm chilling. I got a cold beverage. I'm fucking chilling.
Yeah.
You chill out.
I'm just saying that because she spends so much time on Dark, and that's normally where they keep the unsigned talent. And I said I wasn't sure. Relax.
Jesus fucking Christ, man. You make one error, it's like the fucking end of the world. Chill, bro. Who gives a shit? I didn't know you guys were the fucking bookkeepers for TK. I mean, give me a break. Maybe you should join Canyon Seaman over there. He did a fine job at the bookkeeping over on NXT side.
A lot of releasing.
Yeah. Daryl Crone. What happened?
Seaman being released everywhere.
Yeah. WWE released Seaman. It's great. Daryl Crone with a $2 super chat. 2.0 reminds me of the Nasty Boys. I could see it.
What?
I could see it.
How?
I don't know. I guess body type, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's their ring gear.
Oh, well.
Kratos with a $2 super chat. Got tickets to NWA Empower with my mom yesterday. Enjoy yourself, bro. Should be a good show. Maybe they'll get over 200 buys on Fight.
Where is it?
I don't know. Maybe Atlanta or somewhere down south. I don't know. NWA Studios?
Are they traveling? NWA?
I don't think so.
No, not traveling yet.
Bo Rodriguez with a $5 super chat. Daniel Bryan, next Bullet Club leader. Thoughts? No.
What?
Magician Sapphire. I don't know, bro. These are questions that I'm getting for the super chats, man. I don't know.
What the fuck?
I don't know.
That Bruce?
Bo Rodriguez is Bruce Pritchard in disguise. I don't know. You jealous, bro? Magician Sapphire, $10 super chat. I don't like this whole Max Caster situation. Should have just had a talk about what subjects are off limits and kept it moving. Business as usual. Stop catering to the Twitter clowns. Listen, man, it's Tony Khan's company. Like we said, he's going to do what he wants.
Do what he wants. Let me tell you something. If he just took him off TV and leaked out suspension without pay and just sat him at home and just paid him under the table, fine or whatever, you get your perception of that shit doesn't go down in his company and all that good shit. But if he's legit sitting at home lacking pay because of this, I don't agree with it.
Ray G with a 1,000 yen super chat. Konnichiwa, guys. When Colt Cabana entered, did he expect the rest of the crew to show up? He looked confused. Does Dark Order need a new leader to organize them? Yeah, The Fiend.
Uno thanked Colt on social media for his help.
Uno thanked Colt for his help. There you go.
There you go.
Julian with a $10 super chat. Both you goons. The San Francisco Giants are 73-41 and go Niners. Seriously, thank you both for making my work days and long drives entertaining. Hashtag YWC MVPs. P.S. I want to open the forbidden door with my MJF and bust AEW loads inside. I don't know what that last comment means, bro. I don't know.
Where do you find these people?
Apparently, Julian wants to release Seaman as well. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Thank you, Julian. I don't get that last comment, but we're glad we can entertain you, bro.
Yeah.
J-Man becomes a new member of the venue, man. Thank you so much. What are you drinking, bro? You sitting VIP with us. Robert Lamoa with a $5 super chat. I'm just curious, for every match, do you set a timer to see how long it lasts? Sometimes. Or sometimes I just go to the Observer and get whatever I can. Or some people post it online. I just grab it from random websites. Robert Lamoa also says, why don't Rampage start at 7 p.m. before SmackDown? I don't know. They figure they have the wrestling crowd in their hands already, so let's just do it after SmackDown's over because the wrestling crowds are home.
Yeah, they gotta move Rampage maybe to a Saturday night.
Yeah, Saturday from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
that all
Saturday
6:05 on TBS.
Yeah, they gotta move it, man. And then when they have pay-per-views, they can use Rampage as a pre-show lead-in to the pay-per-view on Saturday night.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Indigo with a $5 super chat. Hey, JD and Jesse, much respect. Shida was on Dark last night. Dynamite was Looking forward to Rampage. Nas album is fire. Another awesome stream. Thank you, Indigo.
It is ridiculous, dude. The Nas new album is sick.
I hope somebody is taking a list of discrepancies in the lyric content.
Nope, can't do that. Only in wrestling, bro. Okay, only in wrestling.
Sorry. Indigo also Jay, that your gaming channel is fire. NXT is dead. Thank you, Indigo. We dropped some big games on Cold War last night. Francisco Coronado, $2 super chat. Just imagine the promos between Punk and MJF. Oh, believe me. It's going to set the IWC on fire when it happens. Kratos with a $2 super chat. The all-women's pay-per-view is in St. Louis. There you go.
It's not too far.
And Ernie Vasquez with a $1.99 super chat. I'm just waiting for AEW to make their LA debut. It's going to happen sooner rather than later as well, man. Let's give it some time. LA is looking just as bad as New York with this COVID shit. That's pretty much all I got. It's all the super chats, bro. It was a quick night.
It was a good night, man. I guess it was a slow day on Dynamite.
Yep.
It does feel like the calm before the storm. It does feel like they're trying to just put pieces in place and set things up so they can kind of unfold for us.
Yep.
And in the meantime, they just stuck us with some fantastic wrestling. They gave Dante Martin the spotlight.
Yep.
Let him do what he had to do. Progressed a little bit of story here and there and just try to get us to next week. They're trying to hold off this big secret as long as they can. It keeps falling out of their damn pocket. You can almost see the shading grin on Tony Khan's face that he has Punk in his back pocket. Yep. Awesome.
Kratos with a $2 super chat. That's the event me and my mom are going to. Hopefully you enjoy yourself, bro. Hopefully your mother enjoys herself. And Tribal Chief with a Canadian $2 super chat. What's your ideal House of Black faction? I hope there is no faction, man. We got enough fucking factions. Let's bring Buddy Murphy in, bro.
Yeah.
Let's bring him in. Francisco Coronado with a $2 super chat. NXT 751,000. Why do you think? Because they weren't on Sci-Fi. They weren't on Sci-Fi. That's about normal for them. They're not gaining any new viewers, man. It's over.
No. That's going to be the biggest number they see in a long time.
Yep. Anyway, guys, we're about to get out of here, man. We appreciate y'all. Hit that thumbs up. Let's try for over 1,000, man. We need 5 more thumbs up. The fuck's wrong with you guys? 5 more thumbs up, man.
5? Come on. I thought we were worth 5 thumbs up around here. What
I mean, really? Did we do that bad of a job? Did we not entertain? I mean, the Big Show impersonation was worth 5 alone.
Yeah, give us the thumbs up, or we're gonna do Big Show impressions.
There you go.
There we go.
1,002. There you go.
Was that fucking hard? What was that hard? Jeez.
Anyway, appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you for all the new subscribers here to the channel. Go check out all the other videos that you might have missed on the homepage. Bonfire for my merchandise. Homage, HOMAGE. Go get your retro t-shirts. And make sure you guys visit the Greater Pittsburgh Food Bank, man. Donate today, tomorrow. AEW is going to be in town doing that. It's a great, great cause. Guys, we're getting out of here. I got my cold beverage. Windows are down. It was hot, humid, and muggy in New York City today, so the windows are down. Jesse and I are hitting the road. I need 2 things from you guys right now, man. Number 1, give me those guitar emojis in the chat. And number 2, when that guitar solo comes on, I need that music on max. We will see you back next week on Wednesday, and I'll see you back live here in the venue on Friday for SmackDown and the debut episode of Rampage. Until then, guys, have a good night, and we'll see you later.